Hello, everybody. And of course, welcome to the 3rd annual Doc Lightning from MinnMax. All the stars are here. I'm Ben Hansen. I'm joined by the one and only Kelsey Lewin.
Hello. I'm so happy to be here on the red carpet.
It's such a fancy day for such a prestigious event, thanks to the MinnMax community. We're joined by community manager Haley McLean.
Hello. Thank you for having me. I'm so excited to be here.
And Leo Vader's here as well.
Hi, it's just an honor to be nominated.
This is a short documentary film festival. Don't mind the panning camera on this woman's body. This is about celebrating the MinnMax community, because at the start of last month, we put out a post on Patreon, sent out to all of our Patreon supporters saying, please, everyone, keep it down with the screaming. It's getting aggressive. But we put out a post saying, hey, we challenge you to be creative for the 3rd time in a row. We are looking for people who have no experience making documentaries. Make a documentary that's under 3 minutes. This thing can be simple. You can shoot it with your phone. Don't overthink it. Just get out there, get out on a limb, try something new. Last 2 years we've done this. It's been amazing. And every year, Leo, I don't know if you have that same crippling fear, but I just have this fear in my gut of like, this year, no one's going to do it. No one's going to jump in. And lo and behold, 39 brave, wonderful people from the MinnMax community jumped in and made documentaries and sent them our way.
Amazing.
Wow.
It's incredible. Shout out to the Discord. Everybody in there, if you support us at the $2 tier on Patreon even, you get access to that Discord. And there has been a Doc Lightning channel where people were sharing tips, just talking about the status of their documentary over the last month. It's been a really sweet, supportive channel with everybody helping each other out to get to the finish line to submit the grand documentaries. Grand, yet under 3 minutes at the same time. So, you know, attainably grand is the best way to put it, Haley, I suppose.
Yeah, densely grand.
Oh my God, you guys, this is embarrassing. Oh, they're here. The paparazzi's here. You guys, get out of here, paparazzi, please. It's being live
What did
streamed.
Chapo Roan yell? Not me, mother effer.
You get
Not
out
me.
of here. Okay. Oh, I hope they don't come back. They're just the worst. All right. We have all of these wonderful documentaries from the community. Leo, how you feeling this year?
I'm excited. They get better every year.
They somehow do. They somehow do. And Kelsey, this is your first year watching it live, yes?
My first time. I've wanted to do this every single year, and it's just never worked out. So I'm very happy to be here.
Perfect. They're chanting. They want to get this show on the way. We should say you have some champagne to pop there, Kelsey?
I sure do.
Nice. Now, I went the full cowards route where I'm like, I don't want to damage anything, so I just went for a nice big bottle cap top to my champagne like a complete coward baby. You boo, but I hear the crowd screaming in bliss, Haley.
These screams are dangerously close to like terror-sounding screams. They're right on the precipice.
Like roller coaster vibes.
Yeah.
Like.
You know, screening short documentaries, it's going to be a bit of a roller coaster, I have a feeling.
Kelsey, should we do try to pop at the same time, girl?
Oh, mine already popped.
Damn it,
Happens
girl.
all
I'm
the
sorry.
time.
Come on, girl.
I'm sorry.
How many times has she got to say girl?
It's okay.
Solidarity.
She's my girl. What do you mean? All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Yeah!
Yeah!
Let's go, brother.
Way to go, girl!
Thanks, girl.
Here we go, everybody. A huge shout out to everybody who submitted these documentaries. We are going to be messaging them after the stream and offering them game codes, because we have so many game codes to give away. So they're going to have their pick of the litter. I was rounding up the game codes we have. It's genuinely like, pick from one of these 100 games. It's like new stuff from last year. So shout out to everybody again. We'll message you. And thanks to everybody who supports MinnMax on Patreon. Lets us create funky stuff like this. And to everybody, hey, cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. I'm drinking Dr. Pepper so I don't impact my finals gameplay later, season 7 launch.
Okay, smart. I get it, man. We've all been there.
Ooh,
okay,
that's delicious.
on with this show. Is this it?
I'm on the show.
Okay, everybody, here we go.
Oh my God, Amanda Seyfried is here. That's insane.
She's gonna love this first documentary. I promise you that.
She's gonna love it.
All right.
Are we leaving the screams on? Yeah, okay. We should just leave them on.
All right. First documentary, I believe, is from Dylan Kelly. I believe this is Dylan Kelly's, if it's all lined
Shout
up
out
correctly.
Dylan.
Let me know in the chat if I get any of these citations wrong, but shout out to everybody
I'm gonna
again.
take the sunglasses off now so I can actually see.
You gotta absorb it. All right, here we go.
Yeah.
Short documentary film festival, under 3 minutes. Happy Doc Lightning to each of you. Here we go.
Happy
Let's
dog
go.
day. they get that shot?
What is going
Whoa!
on?
Yes, hopefully everybody has an aerial videographer.
We said no experience needed.
Was implied.
Alan Wake 3? What's in the woods?
When you hear the word Tillamook, you most likely think of this.
That's what I think of.
But there's more to it. It was an indigenous people, an unfortunately now extinct language, and it's the name of both the county and the forest I'm currently in. Most of this forest is quite young due to the Tillamook burns of the 30s and 50s, which wiped out more than 300,000 acres of mostly old-growth forest, which originally had pulled in many lumber companies to harvest it. Many mills were built to take advantage of all the old-growth lumber,
Awesome shot.
like this one.
The cables.
God, I want to live there.
This is cool.
No, no, no!
Whoa!
This is what's currently left of the Douty Mill that was built by Fred Douty in 1920 and first burnt by forest fires in 1924.
We should have
The
that in the
saws are
background.
long gone, but the concrete remains. From what I've read, I believe the mill could cut about 150,000 feet of lumber during an 8-hour shift.
It's
Let's
like
take a
5
look
by
at some of
5
the parts
feet.
of that process.
Just about a century ago, the logs would have been rolled down the hill right below me here, where the mill pond was, to keep them fresh for a longer period of time.
Sandwich with the cheddar from earlier.
Currently, we're
is great.
flying over the mill pond area where the logs were held, some of which are still present to this day.
Whoa.
Now let's head down by the pond to check out some leftover equipment.
Cool.
This interesting looking contraption is what's left of the log chute that would have moved the logs from the mill pond up to the mill itself. Probably the only reason there's anything left of it here today is that when the fires ripped through, it would have been below the water line.
Let's fly back up to the interior of the mill. Underneath us, you'll see what's left of a decently large dam and also a steel tank that has fallen down the hillside.
I want to see that steel tank so bad.
Into the furnace we go.
You think Fred
So
Doughty's
the
still
oven
alive?
I'm currently inside of was believed to have a
No,
metal boiler.
but I do
in
think
it,
he's in this building.
and where you, the viewer, are at right now, believed to be steel doors that you could open and close.
I hope you've enjoyed a quick look at some of my local history. And always remember, whenever you visit something like this, always leave it better than you found it.
Hell yeah.
That's nice.
Wow.
Wow, that was so good.
Get out there and make something.
Amazing.
Wow.
Wow. I don't want
That's
to.
awesome. There was a overgrown concrete like water treatment thing in the forest I grew up nearby, and this puts that to shame so hard.
Yeah.
This would be an amazing place to hang out as a teen.
But also
So cool.
the fact that there's not like a bunch of beer bottles and glass everywhere. Maybe they have just like scrubbed it clean and really are taking care of it. But this seems like the coolest place to hang out in for sure.
Yeah.
The right level of comedy in an informative little video. This is it. This is what we're looking for Doc Lightning. Way to go,
What
Dylan
a
Kelly.
strong start.
Strong start. And again, don't be intimidated if you're watching this and you want to jump in the Discord and join this for next year, which will be happening in May of 2026. Again, you could film your cat for 3 minutes. We'll still applaud. So don't let Dylan scare you away.
Go freaking crazy for that.
I would honestly rip my shirt off. I'd be so excited. Okay, here we
Me
go.
too.
Next one. Next one is from Luciano Comassetto. Luciano Comassetto here.
Oh, you got them just rolling into each other? Nice.
I'm gonna try.
What?
Hey, what?
Oh my god.
What
That's the
the
animated
hell?
intro.
Whoa. That is heartwarming.
As someone who left Brazil at only 4 years old, there were many cultural touchstones that I just simply missed that I'm having to catch up on now that I've moved back after 30 years.
Wow.
One of these is a countrywide tradition that not many Americans participate in. It's something you're raised to accept, you eventually enjoy, and in some cases become addicted to. Nearly everyone in this country, once a day, stops whatever they're doing and takes an afternoon coffee break.
Yeah.
These coffee breaks,
Wow,
usually
that's
around
great.
4 in the afternoon, are a time when people get together at home or cafes, talk with friends and family, eat a snack, and of course, drink coffee. A lot of coffee.
This is so good.
I talked to a local coffee drinker about her thoughts to get a better idea about what's really going on. Jackie works at her family's successful business selling auto parts, and her parents live in the house above their store. They all go upstairs just about every afternoon to drink coffee and talk about work. As a non-coffee drinker, I don't think I get the full experience. How do you feel about these breaks?
Pra mim, a pausa pro cafezinho vai muito além do que só tomar café e voltar a fazer o que você estava fazendo antes de parar. A pausa do café é um momento para relaxar um pouco do trabalho ou para encontrar algum amigo. Geralmente falamos de assuntos aleatórios e voltamos mais energizados para o trabalho depois disso.
These afternoon breaks took some getting used to, because I had to stop whatever I was working on and talk to people. Something I rarely do nowadays during work hours, since I'm an artist who works from home. In the end though, I believe these moments are one reason why Brazil is such a productive country, despite so many people having difficult lives. So let's take our own break from the documentaries for a little while. Pretend you're holding a cup of coffee, clear your head and relax. You'll feel more energized for the next video.
That's so good.
Wow. Sayuje, as they say down there south of the border. Hey!
Capybaras!
Oh my god!
What the hell is that? That's cool. It's
Little
little
cutie.
He starts screaming. Oh, I love capybaras. I can't believe they're real.
Make them drink coffee.
Yeah.
Wow.
Amazing.
Oh yeah, I didn't know this. But someone in the Discord, yeah, they shared, they're like, oh, Moby just uploaded like a full library of music, and he said, this is copyright free, go ahead and use this for whatever you want. So
That's
like
sweet.
any of these Doc Lightning, you can just do a Moby Mount soundtrack.
Can you go back to the animation at the start? Because that was, I don't feel like we got to appreciate that.
You're right.
That's crazy.
Of course, this is Max the Minnow. Shout out to Hugo, the artist who designed them. Having an alternate version of them. Unbelievable.
That's amazing.
Unbelievable.
So good.
That's excellent. All right, way to go, Luciano Comassetto. Love it. All right, next
Fantastic.
one is Joey Smith. Joey Smith.
Hello, welcome to Seattle. Let me show you something.
Hey, I know that place.
Kelsey.
Here it is. This is a pea patch. A pea patch, you say? No. A pea patch, you say? No, wrong. It's a pea patch. That's right, pea patch, short for Picardo patch. But we'll get back to that later. So, what is a pea patch? Well, it's a community garden program run by the city of Seattle. Basically, the city takes what would be otherwise unused, mostly public land, and allows people to put small gardens on it. And what grows there is totally up to the person assigned to that plot. Anyone who lives in Seattle can apply to get a plot, with preference given to low-income and minority groups. So
We're
what
on
do
a
people
waiting
do
list
with
right
these
now.
plots of land?
Wow.
Oh, really?
Well, some people
Yeah.
grow vegetables, some grow fruits, some grow flowers, some make a lawn, and some grow cars. In total, there are around 90 pea patches all over the city of Seattle, which is frankly kind of a lot. They range in size, but for the most part they are fairly small, taking up the size of a small city park each. The Pea Patch program started in 1973, after the Picardo family graciously allowed some community members to start a garden on a portion of their farm in the Wedgwood neighborhood in northeast Seattle. Eventually, the city purchased their farm. The Picardo Farm Pea Patch remains the largest in the city. If you're sort of a contrarian type person, you might reasonably ask, is this the best use of urban space? To which I would say, I don't know. But it's just kind of nice. Crucially, all pea patches in this program are totally open to the public. You can come in and walk and look around, smell the flowers, smell the soil, smell the gardeners, but only if they give proper consent first.
Yeah.
So they're basically little public parks, open for everyone to come and enjoy, and I think that's a really good thing. One of my favorite things about this city is taking a walk in a neighborhood I haven't been to much and seeing a pea patch I never knew about, coming across someone's little project that they've worked hard on for a long time. As I wrap up, I want to highlight two especially interesting pea patches. The first is the Finney Ridge Pea Patch. It's on what was previously a very, very steep
That's
street,
awesome.
probably about 25% grade, and has terrace garden beds. The last one is the Up Garden Pea Patch in the Lower Queen Anne neighborhood. This is a unique garden on the top floor of a parking garage right next to the Seattle Center. From the street, you wouldn't be able to tell anything is here, making it feel like a little secret in the middle of town where you can see the Space Needle and buildings all around you. So what's the moral of the story here? Well, public services are good. This is a program that allows people who don't have land of their own to garden, and it allows other residents like me to come and enjoy these wonderful gardens that people spend so much time on. Thanks for watching.
Amazing.
Oh my gosh.
Amazing. Thank you, Joey Smith.
Those should be
I also
private
did not
golf
know about-
courses, but that was a pretty good documentary.
I did not know about that one on the roof. That's cool.
Nav
So cute.
Naf V in the chat on Twitch said, I peed my plants. This is from Chris Hayes. Chris Hayes, here we go.
There are moments that only exist given a particular blend of space, time, fortuitousness, and other variables. I will provide instructions to take you to one such place, should you ever visit Phuket, Thailand. We start at Karan Beach. It is a hot, humid day. One of the necessary variables needed to reach our moment is considerable effort. We also need time, elevated temperature, and humidity. Our planned destination is the Great Buddha of Phuket, high atop Knackered Hill. We head inland, away from the hustle and bustle of the tourist area. Eventually we turn onto an isolated road. Civilization drops away. We begin to wonder if we are safe. A rough handwritten sign indicates we should get off the road and head uphill on a dirt trail. A rough sign over a crude gate gives us hope. This may be a legitimate trail. A mix of trepidation and unknowing are also required variables. There is a steep climb on a washout trail. We mix in excessive heat and humidity along with limited water supply. We continue on without resting. This additional effort adds to the necessary variables. We arrive at what we think is our destination, the Great Buddha of Phuket. We tour the spectacular grounds, not realizing that this is only our penultimate destination. We have not yet reached our moment. We experience wild monkeys doing not so wild things.
Go, monkeys, go. Cheers to you, monkey. They're on the little afternoon coffee break.
That's a human.
We have not yet
Shouldn't be in
arrived
this
at
zoo.
our moment. It is still hot, it is still humid, we are still thirsty. We still have a long way to go to return, but we have had experiences that add to the variables necessary to reach our moment. Against our better judgment, we decide to stop at the dilapidated Big Buddha Art Cafe restaurant we had seen earlier. We enter with some trepidation, but are set somewhat at ease by a napping dog. We order a cool smoothie from a genial server and decide to sit at the counter at the back of the cafe, overlooking the valley and ocean where our journey began.
Whoa.
Our view is of only trees and water. As we relax, suddenly we arrive at our moment. For an indeterminate time we are in the place we didn't know we were going. And that is it. It can't be described, it can't be shown in pictures. We are just there. In this state, this place, we enjoy our sense of serenity. We finish our smoothie and walk a few steps to the attached gallery and realize this really is an art cafe. Our moment slowly dissipates, but we carry some of it with us on our journey back. Don't look for your moments, just find them.
I'm gonna freaking cry. Who is this person? He's the smartest person I've ever heard speak in my whole life.
Chris Hayes.
It's incredible.
Chris Hayes.
Oh, I love that. I love the D&D like role playing vibe. Like you
Yeah.
are walking down the path, you turn left. I was
Right.
like, okay, I am. I love
Set
that.
the scene. This has been of everything so far has been just like a little piece of the world I didn't know about.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
that's
awesome.
that's perfect. Again, Naf V killing in the chat saying Ben and Leo are also in Thailand. Unbelievable work. Hey,
Wow.
tearing it up, Twitch chat.
Guys,
tearing
slow
it
it
up.
down.
Community.
Yeah, this is
No missed jokes here.
All right, this is Zak Hermiller. Zak Hermiller. Does anyone want to take a guess about what this documentary is about based on the opening still image?
Being a teacher.
Being a teacher. Okay. You're going to be sorely mistaken. I have no idea.
Adventure
My
time with
name
that.
is Ben Bertoli. I'm a 6th grade math and science teacher. I am a freelance games journalist.
so this is
and
Ben
also
Bertoli.
a
I'm
board
sorry.
game
That
designer.
makes more sense.
But for the purpose of this documentary, and most importantly, I am a member of Beetle Team.
Right.
So Beetle Team started when I was out of recess, walking around, and 2 girls came up to me and said that a beetle was in distress, that it was stuck in some kind of string and it couldn't move, and it was kind of like where a lot of the kids walked, and they were worried that it was going to be stepped on. So we saved that beetle, we got the string off of it, we put it in the grass where no one would step on it, and that's when one of the girls said that we're the Beetle Team now. And it was just like a thing. Like it caught on. Other students saw us helping beetles around the playground, and they also joined the Beetle Team. Our playground has a lot of different environments that are not so great for all of the beetles around the area. There's, obviously the grass, and there's the asphalt and the mulch that the students, run and play on. We started saving as many beetles as we could, and like moving them to places where they would, do better. In the grass by the woods, because there's some woods nearby, and just kind of into like dark corners where no one would, worry about them and they could thrive and survive. It was both really funny and really sweet how seriously they were taking being a part of Beetle Team. And then things took kind of like a dark turn when it was revealed that a member of the Beetle Team was harboring beetles within their locker. Someone just came to me and said, hey, so-and-so has a handful of beetles, and sitting in their seat at the end of the day. And they admitted that they had been storing the beetles, living beetles, in their locker, and they were planning to take them home and make a habitat for them at home.
Okay.
They had the right idea. In their heart, they thought that they were going to help the beetles and give them a better environment to live. At that point, we just took all the beetles from the locker and from their hand, and we put them on the
It's so perfect.
ledge outside the window so they could fly away and, be free.
Wow. Was the kid let
And
go?
that's the story of Beetle Team.
Suspended without pay.
Wow.
That's great.
So awesome.
I need to know if Beetle Team is still ongoing.
Right.
I love
Did it
Beetle
disband,
Team.
or are we still trying to save beetles?
I think Yoko Ono
we get
broke
them
them up.
together?
Yeah.
Yoko Ono was the beetle harbor in the locker.
All right. This, of course, excellent work. You know that person, Kelsey?
My name
I
is...
do, yeah. I was like, I didn't want to look like a fool because I am famously bad with faces. So I was like, I didn't want to be like, I think that's a different guy in case it's just another guy that looks like that. I don't know.
That's all right. Amazing. Okay, let's see. Next one should be Blunkers. Let's see.
I wanted to get a
This is Zak Hermiller. Sorry.
camera for my birthday because I really wanted to be just like my daddy who films lots of videos.
Aww.
I got it! When I got my camera for my birthday, I knew I needed to make a movie. When Cora said, let's make a movie, I was kind of like, well, I don't know about this, Cora. It's tough. Not many people make movies at this age because we're only 8 and 10 basically. My sister was like, I don't want to be a part of the movie, and I'm like, if you don't want to be one, then we're not going to make one. She's like, okay, I'll be a part. My name is Lucy Marie Hermiller. I am the director's sister, Coraline Kelly Hermiller. And I am the main character of Ninjas at Night, Lucy. So our first scene of
Lucy?
Ninjas at Night.
Is that what she said?
I don't know.
Lucy shows off her ninja's moves. I'm Lucy and I'm the ninja. And that should be about 1 minute, maybe even 50 seconds. We don't know. Could be even 1 minute, 50 seconds. We don't know.
We'll find it on the day.
My heart.
Not very good at that trick yet, but I'm good at doing
I have
it.
such a soft spot for sisters having fun together.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
So
There's
sweet.
this girl, the main character, Lucy, who's trying to steal this magic bow, and there's a bunch of these monster creatures who are good, trying to stop her. She is realizing that good is better, and then this bad guy on you, is realizing bad is cool. You can do whatever you want when you're bad. Lucy beats guy on you. It's pronounced guy on you.
Guy on you.
Like a guy's
Guy
on you. And that should be 2 minutes. My name is
Kojima name styles.
on.
Seriously, Lucy, get him.
That's so cute.
I have defeated you.
Put in the box anymore.
Bye bye. Guy on you. First time directors is a lot of fun. First tip is I would film inside. Filming day was nice. It felt very accomplishing.
Oh my goodness.
You kidding me?
Thanks for watching this, and be on the lookout for Ninjas at Night.
Oh, I need to watch Ninjas
can't.
at Night now.
Oh my god.
Tell me they submitted Ninjas at Night.
No. The way it should
Okay,
be.
we're
for
gonna
that
have to request
documentary.
from them. We're gonna have to
Yeah.
request that from them. I
That's
need to see
for,
it.
I don't know.
I'm not like a parent and I have tears forming in my eyes. Are you just like what? Are you dying over there?
It's mainly just a jealousy of like, I'll never live up to that level of dadhood. Holy cow.
Or
Zach,
filmmaker,
Dadhead.
frankly.
yeah, oh yes. Yeah, that's the number one thing.
Double whammy.
Zach
Never shot anything that
Hermiller
looks that good.
killed it. Oh, the idea of a documentary about making a movie, we don't really get to see the movie. That's amazing.
I literally teared up too, Kelsey.
Yeah, that's amazing.
sweet.
Me too. The kids looking at watching back the
That's
footage they
it.
recorded. That's so real.
That's it.
That brought me
Yeah.
right back there.
That's
What a
so
beautiful
sweet.
gift that kids get to do that in 4K now. That's
Oh
I
my
know,
god.
I was just thinking that. God.
I hope I never forget the name of a villain being called Guy on You. That's so
I know,
good.
you-
Great name.
Okay, I think
The English like lit in me wants to analyze what they meant by that.
yeah, exactly.
I assume it's like they're trying to do
Like a
Like
ninja
a-
name?
like a
Like a
ninja
ninja
name.
Yeah,
name.
I think so. Yeah, it's perfect.
Yeah. That's perfect.
Oh
This
my
next
God,
one, I
so
believe, is
funny.
from Blunkers. And if it's not, forgive me. Okay, here we go.
There's Blunkers.
There's Blunkers.
St. Louis, Missouri is known for a few things. The Cardinals baseball team, Anheuser-Busch, our weird pizza, and the St. Louis Arch. I lived here my
Take
whole
Evo's
life, and
pizza out of
I don't
your
really follow
mouth. It's
sports.
so good.
Don't drink a whole lot of beer. The pizza is kind of gross, but the Arch is pretty cool. It wasn't until the COVID-19 pandemic that I looked to find something that I truly loved in my town. My first son was born January 2020, just as all of our lives were starting to forever change. One COVID-friendly destination in those days was the St. Louis Zoo. The St. Louis Zoo is often ranked one of the best zoos in America. Home to over 18,000 animals and welcoming 3 million visitors annually, it's a great place to spend a day for locals and tourists alike. But perhaps the most impressive thing, admission is free. I'm no economist, but I do know that one principle is summarized with the phrase, "There's no such thing as a free lunch." And the St. Louis Zoo is no exception. Private donors and federal grants help fund the zoo, as well as some tax funding from local residents. In a day and age where cost of living, inflation, and tariff are part of the public discourse in a way I've never experienced before, free is unthinkable. Free means my underfunded schools could still take field trips like I did in elementary school. Free means my lower class family could take me and my 5 siblings to the grand opening of the penguin exhibit. Penguins are my favorite. Free means I always had a solid date option in high school, college, and even my adult life despite being broke. And today free means that as a parent I can take the kids out and not feeling like I have to get my money's worth and ruin everybody's day in the process. The very idea for this video came as I was at the zoo on a day I was feeling particularly depressed and anxious about the world. And seeing an absurdly cute baby elephant that's only 6 months old is not a bad way to try to combat those kind of feelings. Shortly after, one of my sons fell asleep in my arms, and I just wandered the exhibits, not worrying at all about the sights he was missing, because we could always come back the next day. The only limit was the zoo itself closing and how long my arms could carry a sleeping 3-year-old. In America, our language is always so loaded with monetary terms. When someone cares for us, we owe them one. When we're trying to tell a big idea, we bet somebody that we know the outcome. Giving an opinion is our 2 cents. The ability to simply be somewhere is something that I took for granted until COVID. To just be somewhere to meet friends, family, to photograph animals, to get a nice walk in. To be somewhere like the zoo, with the wonders of the animal kingdom from all over the world, experts sharing their passion for knowledge, and the display of conservation for the most fragile and voiceless creatures on the planet. It's an understatement to say that it's a good deal. Support your free spaces. It's totally worth it.
My goodness.
Way to go, Blunkers. At it
The
again.
most emotionally intelligent community of all. They're dropping these like philosophy bombs on me. And
It's
I'm like,
alarming. It's alarming. Yeah, got the full pivot when he made his point about everything being financially tinged in our language. I'm like,
I was like, God
okay,
damn it,
yeah,
it
all right,
is.
those are good points. All right, yeah. FancyGraham's up next. Here we go.
When you're building something, it has to look great and also beautiful. But if you don't want to make it like this axolotl, then you don't have to.
Oh.
So just go like this.
In media res.
Look how cute he is, fans.
We're fans.
Even cuter now. Want to see the axolotl more?
Yeah! Show us the
I
axolotl.
don't know which one you're saying. I think you're saying that yes.
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 So now we're going to end the video. Bye!
Bye, Chad.
Oh, yay. Bye, Chad. So sweet.
FancyGraham, thank you for sending that. Just the long shot of her being frustrated trying to build this stupid thing.
So real.
Oh God! All right, I believe this is Robin Cotton here. Let me double check, make sure I got it
Let's
right.
guess what state that is, based on that frame.
Haley, I know what state it is.
Oh.
Pleasure.
In a remote corner of northwest New Mexico, down miles and miles of very bumpy dirt roads, you'll find Chaco Culture National Historic Park, some of the best preserved pre-Columbian ruins north of Mexico, and the home of the ancestral Puebloan people of the region. They inhabited the area around 9 to 1200 CE, built towns, massive palatial buildings called great houses, and even a road system that stretches for hundreds of miles through the surrounding area. The great houses dot a 9-mile loop through the park and are fairly easily accessible first by car and then on foot. Visitors can stroll around and through these structures and get a sense of how massive they really are. In addition to the great houses and their large kivas, round pit-like rooms believed to have been used for important political and cultural events, you can see hundreds of petroglyphs throughout the canyon. These carvings depict everything from humans to wildlife to geometric shapes like spirals. The meanings of these petroglyphs are not fully known, and descendants of the people of Chaco don't share their teachings on them with outsiders. Comparatively little is known about the people who lived in Chaco, and indigenous historians, settler scholars, and archaeologists differ on the subject, but there are some facts that we do know for sure. Due to the harsh environment of the steppes, everything needed for day-to-day life in Chaco had to be brought in from other places, including the timbers used to build the great houses. We also know that the Chacoan people used a line-of-sight firebox system to communicate with other settlements across the region, some hundreds of miles away, kind of like a real-life Beacons of Gondor. We know that the people of Chaco mark the winter and summer solstices and vernal and autumnal equinoxes using large limestone slabs that scholars refer to as the sun dagger. At some point, droughts began plaguing the area, and over a period of decades, the people of Chaco left to seek better climes elsewhere. The names of the people who built Chaco may not be etched into tablets or scratched onto parchment, but 1,000 years later, these structures still stand as a testament to their power and ingenuity. Not only that, but the people who lived here didn't just die or disappear. Their descendants are very much alive and well in the region because of their strength and resilience. Sadly, these and many other sacred places and public lands in the United States are under threat from oil, gas, and numerous other corporate interests. These buildings, the sun dagger, the petroglyphs, could all be gone in a generation after standing here for over a millennium. If there's anything to take away from this, I hope you decide to get out and see these places while you still can, and to do what you can to protect them for the next generation. As individuals, it's easy to feel powerless in this uphill battle against greed, but if the Chacoans taught me anything, it's the power of the collective.
Wow.
Oh, I'm learning so freaking much.
I know.
This is so cool.
Oh wait, I guess there's a little more.
It's a plane.
Eat your heart out, Ben Hansen.
Nice.
5'5" and under.
5'5" and under. I'll be damned. Yeah. Wherever Sarah
So cool
is.
that you can just go walk around in there and like the
know.
government's not like, hey, don't touch the rocks or something. You can
Right,
just experience
right.
it.
And that's forgive me, that was Kendra. Things are a little bit out of order when I had to restart my computer. So I'll say the name after we're done, so I'm not getting it wrong in the future. But
That's a good call.
thank you so much, Kendra, for submitting this.
Thanks,
That's
Kendra.
awesome.
Fantastic.
Yeah, and Sarah is absolutely losing it.
Sarah's feral for this if she wasn't streaming right now, something else.
Yeah. Even though she is probably streaming something else, she's still probably frothing at the mouth.
She's probably still feral over something, yeah.
Straight up feral. All right.
Ben Hansen. 5'5" and under.
Choose your character.
Somehow the pacing of all of these have been great.
Yeah.
As one playlist.
All right, so I play Manon, who's a grappler, because I like to gamble, and command grabbing is funny. She's also got good buttons, and she's reminds me of Abel a little bit, which is cool. It has some fun setups and things like that. So also, not many people play her, which makes it kind of fun and interesting. Just plays a little different than other characters.
That TV is the best.
Sick.
Hell yeah.
So I've been a Gerry fan since she came out in Street Fighter 4. In all the fighting games I played growing up, I always played like the Taekwondo character. Yeah. I just always liked the kicks. I also did some Taekwondo growing up. So like Tekken Horang, Kim and KOF, and then obviously when Street Fighter 4 dropped and they announced Gerry, I was like, oh, I love her. So after, Gerry was not like very high tier in 5 until like the last season. And I was like, I'm gonna learn Cammy because there's no way Cammy will ever be a low tier. So I was like, oh, let me try learning Cammy along maybe with Gerry if she's like that good. And then my Cammy did not work out. I was like, I just fell into what I knew, you know what I mean? Like, I was like, Gerry just feels so comfortable. Yeah. I can't get rid of her.
There we go.
I wouldn't say he's broken, but he's cheap. He has a lot of ways to force you into situations that aren't in your favor. But if you're on top of the ball, you can turn those situations into just wasted resources for JP. But it still makes him hard to fight. At first, I was playing Luke. When I was playing in Plat 4, I was a Luke main. But then I started watching some Brian F, and I was like, damn, that's sick. I want to do that.
You were in a bad spot. You were in a really bad spot.
So I started playing JP. I just got better and better and better. And I was like, okay, let me start trying to enter some online tournaments. And I started doing pretty decent. And then,
God,
yeah,
fighting games are fun, aren't they?
Keep it going, yeah.
Yeah, I wish I was better at them.
Every time I watch something like this, I'm like, what if I was good at fighting games? What if I just put a bunch of time into that? I think you could probably relate to that.
Is there any genre that has that feeling more? From what I can tell, 100% of people on planet Earth, I feel like think that every month. I'm like, what if? What if? God, that'd be freaking fun.
That event space,
what if I'm
that's
just
really
like
cool.
naturally super good at it too? Like, what if I don't have to practice as much as
No. I want to, as I say, grind it out. I just want like.
Gotta earn it.
You gotta earn it. Yeah, I feel like I need that in my life. But congratulations, Tan, for sending in the combo breaker thing there. Fantastic work.
Appreciate the effort for the subtitles on that too.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
This is Robin Cotton here.
Oh wow, that's great. tools.
Show us the tools.
Men love to watch a piece of wood get cut.
You tell me you don't like this? Check your gender at the door, ma'am.
This is an ominous tone.
Yeah, this is gonna go dark soon.
Yeah. Which I'm into.
I think it's because it's like the same music used in like a Fallout trailer
Right.
before. A mutant comes and kills everyone.
What? Oh boy.
What's happening?
No! Don't go in there! No! No!
Whoa!
this is turning into nightmare fuel. No! No! Follow the main sequence, guys.
We're in the Minneapolis Institute of Art right now?
I think so.
I love that place.
Wow. That's a fantastic shot.
Oh my god! I want to live in this video. What the hell? Oh my god!
Incredible final shot. It's a great second to last shot,
Wow.
Oh my god.
Emily and Robin.
Robin and Emily.
Good. I feel like I need to watch this
That was
8 more
wild.
times.
I know. The shot where it had like the art of the like police riots getting put behind bars in a cage. Are you kidding me?
Are you kidding me right now?
It's the most avant-garde, multi-textual freaking thing I've ever seen in my life.
Holy cow.
That opening title was amazing too. I want to commission one of those.
Yeah.
Jeez. And again, pressure's off if you want to make a documentary in the future. I swear. I swear.
Community's
to be
making
entered
it
into
hard.
art festivals or something, not just our asses looking at them. That was fantastic.
MarriottPlayer here. MarriottPlayer.
Okay.
Ok, Rafael.
Now we're talking.
¿Qué te interesa?
No.
La arepa, le vamos a poner 4 tacitas de agua.
Yes.
Al agua
So good.
le vamos a poner la sal.
Oh my god.
Y vamos agregando la harina. ¿Sí?
Cool. Aw.
De esta que estás grabando, tú lo que vas a tomar es la que te quede, donde la bolita salga más bonita.
No voy a hacer eso. Como voy a grabar cualquier cosa.
Oh, those pants are such a vibe. I want them.
Yeah, I want her wardrobe.
Me too.
We want to loot you.
Aunque no precisamente.
But like in the past.
Cuadradita.
Sí,
Bueno,
sí, bueno.
ahí vamos. Aquí.
Oh, yeah.
Me volteas.
Okay.
Okay.
Y después van al
Al horno.
Ajá.
Okay.
Amazing pictures.
This is so freaking good.
Es siempre así.
Siempre sí, siempre que se haga así de esta manera. Que de aquí van para allá. Bueno, hay gente que las cocina en el mismo sitio. Ahora, mira, ¿ves? Sí, ya está lista. ¿Ves? Sí. En Venezuela se hace así. Luego les toca.
Qué bueno, chévere entonces.
That's good.
Ok, entonces todo bien.
Listo.
Good Lord.
That was so good.
I think
Your mom's so cool.
Your mom is so cool.
I think that's my favorite short I've ever seen in the 3 years. Like that is
Really?
Oh my
Yeah.
God, that's everything. That is so amazing.
I love picturing the conversation of him being like, I want to record you making those. And she's like, oh, really? You know, like,
Yeah.
she's like, how come? And it's like, I want to.
So earnest and sweet. It's
That's
so
really sweet.
good, I'll forgive the extra X in MinnMax. That's how good we're talking.
Wow.
I was wondering if you're going to mention that.
Never forgiven that before.
MarriottPlayer, unbelievable. Oh, good. Okay. Ridiculous.
Awesome.
It's the 18th of May 2025 and I'm not doing great at the moment. For the past few months I've been in a slow downward spiral. I play games all day, I go to bed late, I wake up late and I don't get to actually enjoy the day. I'm living a half-life, and with everything going on in the world right now that I can't affect, I'm actively making the things that I can actually affect even worse. I had a great idea for my documentary this year, but I've even procrastinated making that. So instead, I'm going to use this opportunity to finally focus on the getting better part of MinnMax. I'm going to do my best to wake up early and do something fulfilling, new, productive or social every day and just live my life to the max. Okay, it was actually a lot harder to start than I thought. The first 5 days didn't go to plan, and even with this added motivation, I was still spending way too much time on TikTok and staying up late. But I did manage to get myself out of the house for a short walk down at the waterfront, and on the way back, I bought this water bottle. It's one of those ones that helped with accurate intake throughout the day, but I made a mistake because it starts at 8 AM. When am I ever going to wake up at 8 AM? On Friday night, I decided I just have to lock in, mainly so I can improve my life, and because otherwise, this documentary is going to be very boring. So I just forced myself to get to bed, and I woke up relatively early. We had planned to go to our first ever park run on Saturday morning. This is an event where all across the world, big groups of people do a 5k in the morning. So we slept in and we missed the actual event, but that didn't stop us from going to the park anyway and doing our own shorter version. And to get ourselves in the spirit of living life, we went to the University Cafe for some lunch and we ordered the exact same food as Anthony Bourdain did when he came to Glasgow, which has now been immortalised as a Bourdain special. Battered fish, haggis, chips, cheese, curry sauce, and a can of Iron Brew. Really one of life's great pleasures. Our plans on Sunday and Monday were cancelled because after Scotland having the dry start to the year since 1964, the heavens opened and the last 10 days of May ended up having more rain than any other month, which meant I stayed inside. But instead of just playing games all day, I cleaned my computer desk, meditated for the first time, started reading a book for the first time in maybe 15 years, and tried to be as productive as possible. Now there's only so many days you can take off because of bad weather, so in between showers we got down to the park again. I've signed up for a 10k in October and I'm nowhere near prepared, so I've now started the Couch to 5k program and hopefully over the next few months I'll get there.
That's awesome. He ran the logo.
On Wednesday, we went down to the Loch Lomond shores, which has always reminded me of Jurassic World for some reason. We sat by the water, and I can now confirm I've read my first book in ages, so now I know all about Pope Leo XIV. And we ended the day by going down to the new £117 million bridge that's been built nearby, and we even got to see it open for a boat to pass. On Thursday, I finally started at the start of the bottle, and I spent the entire day working. I've got a YouTube channel, and at the start of the year, I said I would upload 1 video per week, and so far, we're at 9. So all of my free time this week was spent working on videos, and it was all I did on Thursday. I even managed to get through 4 bottles of water.
That makes for a much more interesting podcast with somebody bragging about how much water they're drinking.
But anyway, given these 2 weeks, I managed to edit together 4 free videos, which means I can now be lazy again for the whole month of June.
That's an old clip too.
Wow, I've no memory.
This was only a
of what
short
that is.
experiment, but I genuinely made actual positive changes in my life. If there's anyone else in a similar position, then I urge you to just make one small change in your life and keep going. Will I slip back into my old ways? Maybe and probably, but I'll do my best to keep going. And either way, I feel much happier than I did 2 weeks ago. And as a wise man once said, our lives are not defined by any one action. Our lives are the sum of our choices. And to cap off the week, I made dinner from the Venba in-game cookbook, something I've been wanting to do since the game came out 2 years ago. It was quite simple, but it did end up tasting very good. Thanks for watching, and I can't wait to see what everyone else makes.
So good.
Jeez!
Yay!
I loved that.
That was
Love the water bottle representing what time he got up that
so
day.
smart.
Yeah.
That is such a
Love
smart
that.
idea. Oh, sorry.
Speeding up the voice is just a clever solution too. If you had it running a little too long.
Yeah, we're making
It's
2-hour
just how I
documentary.
listen to podcasts.
It
It's
really is.
perfect. Right at home.
I'm right at home. Yeah. I think we're cutting it off early.
And always remember, be good, have fun.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
Oh, yes, that was it. Sorry. Unbelievable. That, of course, was Adam H. Adam H. That was really fun.
It's the 18th of May week. I made it quite simple, but thanks for watching what everyone else makes.
Okay.
And always remember, be good, have fun.
Let's go.
So,
Let's go.
here we are at the Fairfax County Connector Trail.
It's Vilis.
Better
Vilis.
known as the Gerry Connolly Cross County Trail. We're down here at Occoquan Regional Park, and as you can see, the trail goes all the way up through Fairfax County to Great Falls National Park, which we'll see later. When they turned it into the Cross County Trail, they put these posts in to mark it. These posts are actually how I figured out the Cross County Trail was a thing. I saw them one day and was like, well, what are these for? And yeah, you can find them all over Fairfax County. And of course, the best sign of a well-used and well-loved trail is the tree that the kids and folks came out to carve their names in over the years.
Yeah.
You know, the kind of thing in the horror movie that someone sort of rubs their hand over and it's like, wait, this is it. This is the clue. This is where the ghost of Barney Blaumenstone is buried. Where the ghost wouldn't be there. The body. We need to find the body here. Now, this is my personal favorite. This tree has been growing out of the side of this rock for a very, very long time. And it's alive. I check on it every time. I'm kind of surprised there isn't like a plaque or a memorial. It seems like it should be a monument of some sort, but who am I to say such things?
I love that.
So here's an interesting part. You have to leave the trail proper and go through a neighborhood to get to the rest of the trail. And then your only clues when you get to the crosswalk are this little sign and this.
There they go. Wow. Oh wait, no, we're still going.
It's not over. I think the deer saying "K bye."
Bang fans
Yeah, I was psyched out. I was psyched out.
Actually, the end
Whoa,
of
what?
the George Connolly
Man,
Cross
look,
County
waterfalls.
Trail.
Man, it's waterfall.
More
Man,
rapids.
look.
But where the trail actually ends isn't as cool
Gerry.
as this. So
It's amazing.
I'm shooting this because it's a
great.
better shot.
Whoa. Okay, President of Fairfax shows. Slow down. We love you, Gerry.
Oh, shout out Gerry Connolly.
Wow. Yeah, that looked
Oh, he
amazing.
only just recently passed away.
Wow, that is true. Like during Doc Lightning window.
Filming. Yeah.
Wow, there we go.
R.I.P.
R.I.P.
Nice. Little pandering with the waterfall for Ben, but I'll allow it.
Not with the pew pew bang.
Yeah.
No
Hey,
pandering.
you
there.
know,
that was real.
That was pandering. That was
Yeah,
legit.
that was them.
2 documentaries in a row with waterfall, though.
I thought they were rapids.
Yeah, whatever you want to call them. Come on, Haley.
Ben is
Listen,
eating
you're
well
We spend
tonight.
so much time each day
Eating
looking at a
waterfalls
device. Whether it's working at a computer for our jobs, being glued to our phones, or engaging in our favorite online content. Screens dominate our daily lives.
Amazing.
But what if you're tired of the negative news or the doom
That's more how I
scrolling
picture our
that comes
watchers.
from our
Yeah.
devices? For my brother-in-law James, the pause from the digital world comes from his favorite hobby, bird watching. A quiet, thoughtful way to learn more about the world around us outside of a screen. So James, what do you like about bird watching?
A few different things. I like that I can find out things that are sort of hiding in plain sight, and there's a lot of familiarity, so I feel like I'm getting to know a place. I like to bird at one spot, in particular my patch. It's a wetland, has 3 small ponds, and it's been a couple of years since I started birding there.
What inspired you to do this as a hobby?
My spark bird, I guess, the bird that got me interested in
That's a thing?
birdwatching in the first place.
I think there was like a This American Life about that term.
Wow.
Kelsey, do you have a spark bird?
Beautiful bird.
My two birds. They're my spark birds.
It's got these red eyes, black back, white belly.
Kind of like my children.
Are they listening?
And 2 white spots in the tail feathers that flash when it flies up. And this
so
Douty was scrabbling around in the bushes, and it came up at just the right time. I happened to be looking that way, and I thought, wow, like, we have those?
If someone wanted to get started in bird watching, what advice would you give them?
Good question. I would say get involved with a local Audubon group. Talking to people from a nature club, they can help you find things. For one thing, they'll know when to expect certain birds, but also what kind of binoculars you should get just starting out. You don't have to break the bank necessarily.
Any final thoughts you want to share with MinnMax?
I'm not really looking to just relax when I'm birding. It's more being curious about what's around me.
I like that.
Finding out, how does that work? Why is that bird doing that? That's so cool that there's so many things that we don't know that are accessible like that we can start to learn about.
Hell yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Angle.
That is a Juz 10. Jews 10.
I love that topic. Bird watching is one of those things where it's like I know for a fact in 20 years I'll be into it, so I kind of want to just go ahead and get into it right now. It's like so.
Get ahead of the curve.
The thing you can start with, Leo, I've got like a bird feeder in the backyard that takes photos when a bird lands on it. That's
cool.
that's like the halfway point. That's the bird watching I'm doing, where it's like the birds kind of come to me. I don't have to go out and like do the effort. It's great.
I bought my mom like a 2-way mirror bird thing that you put on a window so that you can see the birds through the feeder and that they can't see you. And I put it where she like makes her breakfast, and when she's there's always a little bird in there. It's so nice.
You're tricking the birds?
Yeah, it's
You're
like
fooling them.
Peep show, little bird peep show.
Beep beep beep.
Hey MinnMax. My name's Neen, and since 2021, I've been working on a journey to hike with and swing my mace in all 50 US states.
What?
Why embark on such a bizarre adventure?
You're rad.
Well, in 2018, I was diagnosed with rheumatoid arthritis. It caused damage to my heart that prevented it from beating regularly, and I had surgery to implant a pacemaker. Now I'm battery-powered, which is equal parts cool and terrifying. I promised to build myself a life worth living. And what better way to do that than explore everywhere I can with the strength training implement that I used to rebuild my body after heart surgery. I hope you enjoyed this glimpse at some of my favorite sites from the 42 states I've been to so far.
God.
Wow.
While RA has been one of my greatest challenges, it's also been one of my strongest teachers. I've learned to adapt, pivot, and above all remember that it's not the weight you carry, but how you carry it. Keep going. You've got this.
Oh my god.
At a certain point, I realized that I had to start asking myself, what if this is the baseline? What if this is the best I can feel? How can I adapt? How can I be okay with that? How can I work with that? Maybe I can't drive 600 miles over the course of 2.5 days anymore. Maybe I gotta swing my 15-pound mace instead of my 22-pound mace. Maybe I can't hike 6 or 7 miles. Maybe it's only gonna be a couple. I'm doing what I set out to do in the first place, which is to show that it's not the weight you carry, but how you carry it. It's not the things that you're facing in your life, but how you respond to them. And so part of getting back out on the road for me was showing myself, not anybody else, but proving to myself that that doesn't have to happen. That I can adapt. That 50 States of Swings can adapt. That I can still be strong. I can still do this. I am so immensely grateful to be sitting here right now. now what I gotta do is grapple with my own fears. And my ego a little bit too. Being able to say, maybe things can't be the way they were or the way that I want them deep down physically, but they can still be pretty damn awesome. And I can still make it to all 50 states.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's Neen C.
I wonder what states they're missing.
Yeah.
Only what, 4?
There's a lot of Washington in that, by the way, just so all you guys know. It's a pretty
is
cool
true.
state over here.
I mean, a couple Minnesota shots in there, nothing to sneeze at.
Couple.
We're
There were a
doing
lot
that.
more Washington, though.
Maybe they're from
Just
Washington.
saying.
That's
Someone in chat, EJ Sponge says, "Gotta parry the inner doubt." I feel like that's the vibe of that was great.
Look, we haven't pre-screened these at all, and this is like, I think, look, I'm a couple glasses in on my champagne, but that's like, who could ever predict the topics of these documentaries? That is the amazing thing, and it makes me think.
Cool.
It makes me think
They're
of like
so
this.
good.
This is genuinely what it feels like to go to like a MinnMax meetup as well. Is this just feeling of just like, wait, who are you? Yeah, everyone's cool and from all over the place with all these different perspectives. It is unbelievable. So thank you to the community for making this happen.
It's so cool.
Really.
If you were watching cartoons in the mid-90s, you might have seen this.
Dr. Dreadful Food Lab makes lots of gross things, and then you eat them. Dr. Dreadful's monster stew. Here for a tasty tarantula.
These ads scared me, I remember.
Yeah.
It's totally dreadful!
Portrayed by John Hacer, voice of the Crypt Keeper. This campaign won an Effie Award in '96. Tyco produced Dr. Dreadful, the third largest toy company in the US, but it was invented by a small company. Neo toy creations include Hog Holler.
Oh, we need to play that.
Oh, that's a new show plus.
And Nolan
We need to play
Ryan
that.
strikes on baseball.
Leo, write that down.
Can we save that for like a charity
Lucy
live stream or
Came from an
something?
innovative pitch by Rick Karolnik with sketches by inventor Bob
Oh my
Konecki.
god.
Originally, it was called Eat, Drink, and Be Monsters. Presenting
Yes.
the Drink Lab got the response, "I don't know what that is, but it looks fun." Kids' reactions were carefully studied, along with moms. It was the most product research Tyco had ever done. A food-making toy aimed at boys
This
went
footage.
against everything in their experience, in an industry of stereotypes. The CEO gave up on it twice, but a year of tweaks and adding the Dr. Dreadful character convinced him. At the 95 Toy Fair, the booth still got attention. The debut 94 booth looked similar with Neo Toy founders Rick and Bob. Buyers from retailers would get this catalog. First item in activity toys. Based on orders from big stores like Toys R Us, sales targets doubled. Orders from small stores were enough to double targets again.
Cobs of gross things again and again.
A positive Washington Post article led to it being featured on Nightline shortly before Christmas. You couldn't buy an ad slot this good. It was enough of a hit that the line expanded.
Time for the Dr. Dreadful Brain Juice Lab. Creates gross juice that changes color in the monster's brain. Dr. Dreadful Living Lab. Watch as you create edible bombs and slithering snacks with dirt-covered worms. That's gross. No, that's Dr. Dreadful Ice Cream Machine. What goes in disgusting comes out chillingly delicious. It's totally Squeam Lab. It's simply oozing with charm.
Production ended. A few years later, a reboot was underway with another company, but they didn't listen to
love
Neo
the
Toy's advice to
sketches.
use foil
That's so
paper
cool.
ingredient packets.
Yeah, where did they get
Inferior
these?
plastic packets ruptured during shipping, making a mess inside each box, rendering them unsaleable. Years later, Dr. Dreadful came back to life with Funrise. In Spain, it was
Profesor Horribilus Pócimas Terroríficas.
Mexico. Getting reanimated with Spin Master meant the mascot became a zombie.
Brain and
Zombie barf!
Tootsie. It makes lots of gruesome goodies that will make your stomach flip. Look and bring your guts to life. Eats alive. Eats alive.
It ended up where most toys do, on closeout in the bargain bin. Not all prototypes made it to production. This was part of the pitch for an unreleased set.
I wanted to go
That's me.
forever.
I wasn't just trapped in a wacky lab, I'm also the inventor's son.
What?
What?
Hang on. Hang on.
You can't believe that at the end.
What is
my
this?
God.
The end of episode 1 in a Netflix series? You can't just drop that.
Oh my god.
Oh my God.
That was the Black Mirror episode.
I was like, who uploaded all these to the Internet Archive? This is fascinating. I wonder how they got all this. Oh, that's so cool.
They better not have just gotten self-conscious about it not being good enough and then made that up.
Is that him testing out like his dad's early ideas there with the cotton candy and the thing?
I would think so.
I think so.
Is this like
that's
home
great.
footage?
Wow.
Whoa.
I can't imagine how twisted you must be.
I'm so sorry.
Yeah, Dr. Dreadful's my dad. Call me Jim.
What an origin story.
Oh my god, that was the best twist. That's crazy. I'm on a freaking roller coaster with these. What the hell is happening? They're so good.
If you gave me 4 million guesses for guess who is a MinnMax Patreon supporter, I wouldn't have guessed Dr. Dreadful's son. That's so
We were
good.
just talking about how interesting and cool everybody
I know.
is. And
Still.
Oh my god.
Wow. All right. That was Baby Dreadful. No, that was Reed. Thank you, Reed, for sending that one in.
In a wacky lab, I'm also
Little
being
Daniel
Richard's son.
Dreadful. Oh, that's so great.
This is Jake T.
Getting Midsummer vibes.
Cool. I'm down for 3 minutes of this.
This long note is very calming to me. I like it. What kind of bird was that? Now I'm birding. That's my spark bird.
Spark bird.
Get a Mickey Mouse ears on.
What?
Oh, chow chow.
Look at that shed.
That's what you're looking at?
I tried to look up Finnish duck and there's way too many of them. I'm not gonna get this. Sorry.
I love birch trees. They look like they have eyes along their trunk.
No one's ever said that as succinctly as that. You're right. That is why birch trees are cool.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I love that. Was very relaxing. What a
I
nice
love
little
it.
palate cleanser vibe.
Absolutely. This is David Maher. David Maher coming up. Yes.
This is the bird duck lightning year. I tell you what.
They
we
knew
have
I was
80
coming.
birds. Good thing we got secured Kelsey.
Secured.
My spark bird.
Right now we are at the corner of Central and Greenwich. This is where the turkey mostly hangs out. People fall in love with him. The private school
The
at this
turkey?
area
The
calls him
turkey?
Pablo. We hear Tom, Gobbles. There really are a lot of names that we can't decide on one. He eats out of people's hands. He loves
love
grapes
them.
and nuts. People really like the charm that the turkey brings with his sassiness and pecking at cars. The first day that I had my car pecked, it was almost as good as my wedding day. It was so great. There's been a legend that the turkey was kicked out of a flock. I think he just knew that he was just going to touch so many people's hearts and that we were just going to love him and treat him well, and that's why he chose this corner. It was just fate.
For the turkey.
There is kind of a
I'd
dark
love that.
side to having the turkey at the intersection. It is dangerous. I've personally witnessed an accident. The turkey was kind of stopping traffic, and I don't know if the person wasn't paying attention, but they rear-ended someone, and they ended up going to the hospital, and they were fine. That's just one of many very close calls that people and the turkey have had. There is a push for relocating the turkey right now. They said they were trying to relocate him to a sanctuary, but they weren't successful. I saw him this morning.
What?
It really
Just came
is
back?
very mixed feelings from the community if he should be relocated or not. When people reach out, and they really do say that if this turkey went away, it would crush their kids. They look for the turkey every day. That's what makes the turkey so great, is this really bringing the community together in such a positive way.
Hell yeah.
Excellent.
God, they're cool.
I kind of like that he doesn't have a name. Like
Yeah,
all
that's
this,
fair.
The
he's a local
turkey.
celebrity and they still haven't named him.
Yep. Absolutely.
Wow. Somewhere in the world, there's just a turkey at a crossroad that just hangs out. And everyone in the city is like,
everyone's
yeah,
pet.
there he is.
Yeah.
Yeah, what?
Yep.
That's amazing.
They're all over. I don't know, Leo, if you have them in your neighborhood in Minneapolis, but nothing
Yeah.
gives me a greater delight than seeing a pack of turkeys roaming around, because it really is just like, oh, Jurassic Park time. Like, it really is just full dinosaurs. Like, I love it. It's so fun.
I feel like whenever we have to explain Doc Lightning, this needs to be the example.
Mhm.
Like, you need to find something really interesting about where you live. Like a turkey that lives at a crossroad near your house that everyone knows. Like, that
Right.
is
One perfect
the most
person to
Doc Lightning
interview
thing.
about
Yep.
it.
Yep. It's got it
Yeah.
all. And I'm starting to turn this into dad corner, but like my kid's like coming up on 2. And just the other day we were driving around in the car and he saw a turkey outside the window.
Yeah.
And he just fully said the sentence, "There are so many turkeys around here, guys." I was like, what? Like, that is just an adult sentence. It freaked us out.
I said that the other day.
I know, everyone's saying it. It's weird.
Your son became like cognizant.
Yeah,
when he saw
that was
turkey one time.
That was a spark bird. Absolutely.
Just like Leo.
All right. Let's see where this next one is.
That was great. I think David's in chat. People
Yeah.
here are obsessed with that bird. Is that the name of the last?
Yes, that was David Maher. Yes.
That's their chat.
Thank you,
Heck
David.
yeah.
Awesome.
Good job, David.
I think this one's Gabitha for the next one.
Bienvenue à Montreal, city of
I was way
poutine, orange cone, and people that speak English and French in the same sentence. But today, I'm skipping Montreal, the old port, and that big old place with the 4-hour line. This is my Montreal. Here are 5 things I adore about this city that you definitely won't see in a typical blog post. In my neighborhood, there's an alley that is ruled by Cath. Not real ones, painted ones. It all began when a fed-up renter, tired of graffiti, asked, what if cats instead? Now all the walls are a riot of whiskers, paws, and feline sass. It's like an open-air museum curated by cat lovers on a $0 budget. It's a grassroots citizen project that keeps on growing, one cat at a time. Iconoglass, an ice cream shop where every scoop is handmade with seasonal ingredient and pure delight. Each week, there's a new surprise flavor and theme, like blueberry basil or cereal milk and marshmallow. One was literally called Make Ice Cream Great Again. It's
Okay,
wild,
well.
it's magical. It's Montreal in a cone.
Look at
You
you
haven't
guys.
really felt Montreal
I was
until you
just
stood up at the Bell Center parking lot during the playoffs. Hours before the game, there's a crowd of strangers all wearing a sea of red Habs jersey or vintage hockey shirt. It's not just a tailgate. It's a pop-up party / religion. At the end of the night, you live voiceless, glowing, and somehow with 3 new cousins and a deeply personal beef with the Maple Leaf.
Yeah.
This isn't a church basement craft fair. This is the Artist Alley. It's loud with music, proudly nerdy, and it's packed with stickers, merch, fan art, and delightfully weird stuff you didn't even know you needed. From chaotic stickers to ditto-shaped air clip,
Really?
it's a treasure hunt
That
for
was
the
Mew, not
creatively
Mewtwo.
obsessed. Did
Calm
you ever
down.
dream of eating roast meat while a guy in kilt yell at you in Old French? Say no more. L'Auberge du Dragon Rouge is
Sounds
what
so
happens
fun.
when dinner theater crashes into a Renaissance fair. Here, the innkeeper served you with booming voice, troubadour belt out rowdy medieval songs, and if you need anything, you just yell out across the room like everyone else. It's messy, it's loud, it's a theatrical mayhem with a sword-swinging twist. And honestly, I never want to leave. So
Whoa.
yeah, Montreal has its landmark, but these little gems, they're my kind of magic. Loud, strange, full of story. If you come visit, I hope you go to see one of them.
Wow.
Awesome.
Jesus.
Good job, Cath.
That I've never seen Cath so theatrical. Normally she just calls into
Yeah.
Bonus Spot or Party Chat, but she's She's a full-on presenter. She could be on a stage. Like, that is...
She's got a great host voice.
Amazing. Wow.
I've been to Montreal numerous times. I've never been to any of those places. I'm legit going to rewatch this later and write it down.
I'm in the same camp. Yeah.
Yeah.
How naive. Awesome, Cath. Thank you.
Nice job.
They're not in the description of this video, to be clear.
Oh, I didn't see you there. Come on, I want to tell you about my drawings. My name is Desmond Peter Shortle, and I am in 2nd grade. I'm interested in drawing and art stuff because it just seems fun. I like to color in stuff, outlining.
Using
This is my
Poscas?
art
Those are
folder.
expensive. Dang.
I have
A real
a lot
artist.
of art in here. Starting off, I have this drawing. I still like it from this day. Her name is Samantha.
Wow.
Okay.
That's cool.
This is when
That's so good.
started drawing bugs. The first one was an ant, Aunt Cutie, 2 years old.
What?
Oh my god,
And
this is
we have
fantastic design. My
Mr.
God.
Spider, 30 years old, dad of all bugs.
Bugs. That's a great username.
I'm
That's so creative.
into horror. Sometimes I draw OCs and sometimes I draw random stuff. One day, when I'm older, I want to make a horror game about
I love that.
these characters. I get kind of inspired by Poppy Playtime. Poppy Playtime is an indie horror game that's pretty scary, like as scary as Five Nights at Freddy's.
I see you.
Oh no,
So-
I hate her.
This is Dribby. He's gonna be the main character in the first chapter.
Great.
I have
Yeah, that rules.
Dribby when
Love
he's
it.
not scary, because when you first see him, he looks normal, and then when at the cheese at the end of the game, he looks like this. This
Awesome.
character is
I love these
Queen Worm.
designs.
This drawing is unfinished. These are all of her baby worms. My dream in the future is I want to make a horror game out of these characters. I might change my mind over the years, but one day I'm gonna make a game out of my art.
Oh.
Wow.
Oh yeah, time lapse.
There we go. That's Misadventureland submitted that one. Thank you. And
God, I'm
awesome.
crying again.
Oh my god. So good.
I can't wait to play your game in the future.
Stop
I'd like
having
to make-
children. It's making me cry.
It's not
I know,
fair to
these-
Kelsey.
I like to add a new rule that if your documentary is about that kid, it can be 2 hours long.
Oh.
Desmond's
the
all of our
dad of all bugs or dad of all
Yeah.
spiders or whatever is so good.
Him having his own mic during streaming with his parent.
Oh my god.
Great
I
clips.
love that.
I think Desmond's all of our Spark kid, honestly, guys.
That's my Spark Kid.
You're not supposed to go kid watching.
This is not weird.
Yeah, you'll get put on a list for that one. Ooh.
We're back in Montreal.
Montreal.
Mount Royal, as we call it, Haley.
Halifax.
We know that place. Ooh, cool.
I'll look at this for a while. Ooh.
Chile.
These are awesome.
How did they get this info?
Cool.
That one's great. Hey, Sao Paulo. Get it on there. Shepherd Ferry. It's a name I haven't heard in a while.
I love the chicken.
I love the chicken.
I love the chicken.
Montreal's some great murals.
Yeah, wow. And he painted all of these?
Cool.
That'd be insane. Ooh.
Interesting. Birds.
Just casually painting a freaking Renaissance level art painting on the side of a wall.
It's cooler with the tree there, I think.
I was just thinking that. I like that the angle they chose.
Let's go. Oh, interesting. That's cool. Birds!
Do you need me to pop off for all of them? Like just every time?
It would
I see a
help,
bird?
yeah. Pop your champagne off if you could.
Pop a new bottle every bird you see. Oh, it's a mural festival.
Oh, that's cool.
Sweet. That is from NotWeirder. Cool entry. Unique.
Cool.
I love it. Way to
Very
go.
cool. So many different places. I wish there were, in a just world, there'd be that many everywhere. You'd go on a walk and see that many.
Right, right. Well, you got a paintbrush, Leo?
And a art in my heart.
New show plus.
You can spell heart
Have you
without
ever
art,
found yourself
right?
stuck in a loop? That was me in an endless scroll of 60-second videos, hypnotized by a 6.5-inch screen. I'm not really getting any joy out of this. A few things are funny, sure, but the rest are same stuff, different day. Some things can be a little too relatable, and I'm painfully self-aware, but I can't seem to stop. I was thinking, how many miles has my thumb scrolled?
Oh, great.
Excellent
Great job.
transition. Wow.
Back in
That was
2020, pandemic lockdowns took place, and most of us turned to social media as our lifeline to connect with others. It's been a while since then, but I still find myself in the same patterns and falling back to familiarity. Out of curiosity, I looked at how much time I was spending online. The application that I was spending the most amount of time
Number 3.
on was Instagram.
Ew, Ben, never do that again.
4 hours logged. That's 4 hours of something else that I could have done. That inspired me to challenge myself to limit my time on social media and document all of the things that I did while offline. With my newfound spare time, here are a few things I did while offline. I visited my mom for the first time in 5 months. I started a cosplay, which I haven't even thought about doing in years.
Sick.
I bought a car.
Amazing.
I spent some time with some friends. I got summoned to jury duty. Set goals for myself to advance my skills and confidence at work.
Girly games!
And there are a handful of other things that I didn't document, which in retrospect,
Oh my
I guess
goodness.
is a good thing, because that means I was not on my phone. Currently, my daily average is about 40 minutes. I still have a lot of work to do, but progress is not
That's pretty
linear,
good.
and something is better than nothing. I hope to find a healthier balance with social media in the future. I guess you can take this as a gentle reminder to unplug every once in a while, take some time for yourself, and enjoy the little things.
There we go, Gabitha.
Yay!
Yay!
I love that.
I love the ones that are very ambitious, and then it's like, yeah, it's Dock Lightning isn't enough time to change your whole life, but something's gonna change. You're gonna learn new things you like.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
That's beautiful.
How's your social
Well,
media
little
time?
pieces of getting better are like way more real than, you know, here's how I started a business, made $1 million, reset my life in a month.
Now I'm rich.
Like,
and
none of that's real.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It would be awesome if somebody just submitted a documentary next year, though. That was just, look how ripped I got. And I'm
Here's my
rich
hot
as
new
hell.
girlfriend.
Yeah.
My parents gave me their house and they retired, and
I put my phone in the food processor.
Public parks amaze me. I mean, the fact they exist at all. Where I live, in Fargo, we're lucky to have particularly nice ones. Parks are a community saying, this is for
that in
everyone.
Minneapolis?
What a nice place
North
to
Dakota.
live. And I think that's worth celebrating.
parks.
Funded by a combination of public tax dollars and private grants and donations, parks provide space for entertainment, physical activity, and socialization for kids and adults alike. Many parks have facilities for sporting, like softball, soccer, you know, the usual ones. Although there's not a dedicated facility for it, you can even host a Bop It championship, or simply meet up with friends. Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael.
If hanging out is more your speed, remember parks are free, so you'll never have to worry if the amount of coffee and pastries you order justifies the table and Wi-Fi you're using. You can sit and finish today's word game, while your kids explore and play within earshot.
Take
and
that, Sarah.
Shot. Is that a word?
Maybe they'll show a
guess
plane,
so.
it'll even out.
We've taken our kids to parks ever since they were infants, like my parents did when I was young. It feels both just like yesterday and forever ago that they were this small and required help with the equipment. It's amazing to see people change and grow. Take me, for instance. Since junior high, I've been a hoodie guy. But as of recently, just this past winter, I've become more of a cardigan person.
Wow.
No, you muttered to yourself quietly.
Parks
No.
also change. Maplewood Park is modern and inclusive for people with disabilities. It's also reminding me that I have a flight to catch tomorrow.
Sarah?
Plane!
I'll need to wake up early.
Wow, what?
Drive
What was
to the
that transition?
airport.
That's
and
cool.
hop on a plane for Houston, Texas. I'm meeting up with my family to celebrate my brother Tim, who's graduating with his PhD.
Congrats, Tim.
Throughout his
Woo,
program, he
Tim!
faced adversity like ice storms, blackouts, anaphylactic shock, a global pandemic, and more. But the day is finally
Oh,
here,
cool
and
robes.
so is our whole family. Hey, look who's on the Jumbotron. That's me and my brother Taylor. He's a real gem. But enough about us. Today we're here to celebrate. I'm proud of Tim, like I'm proud of all my siblings. They're amazing people. We all change and grow, despite adversity, and often because of it. Some people become doctors, but we all leave a mark on the world. It's good to see some things never change. Growing up, we never lived more than a couple blocks from a park, and we played there all the time. Maybe I'm trying to help give my kids what I have with my siblings. Friendship. If you haven't been to a park lately, check it out. I hope I see you there.
Add it all together.
Very good.
Excellent. Excellent.
Why am I so emotional? These are making me like.
It's okay. I am
emotional.
Yeah. How's your champagne going?
It's also
It's
yeah,
good. I'm
it's
drinking a lot of
partially
it.
the champagne.
It's a combination of them just punching you in the gut emotionally.
And then chugging champagne.
Yeah,
in
it's a
between.
lethal combo, I think.
Several glasses of champagne and children, and I'm just a blubbering mess apparently.
And speaking of that, let me not go on for too long, but like, you know, I think about that all the time of just being in playgrounds and parks, and it's just like, oh, there are just pockets in society where it's a bunch of adults just like role playing and being silly with their kids. And it's just a weird thing, like you don't realize it until you're like in there with your kid. It's like, oh, this is just like funny, silly time. You get to see adults doing what I have been craving to see them do for a long time. Like, can we just be silly with each other, please? And it's like happening all around. You just don't notice it until you're there with a kid for like an extended period of time. It's wonderful. That was Travis in Fargo, who writes in to the podcast more than anybody
That's
else.
who's in Fargo.
And they're
Yeah.
in Fargo.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I get
That
your
makes
name
so much
more
sense.
now.
Yep, there we go.
Lore.
And they also write into like Nextlander and Giant Bomb. They write into like a lot of different podcasts. And one time I was like don't repeat the questions. And he was so apologetic in a Patreon message. He's like, I'm so sorry. I try to make it custom to each person. I'll try not to repeat it because like I don't like the same podcast repeat the same question. So he's very sweet. Thank you, Travis. Beautiful. That's up.
Ren is special because I made a whole section for smaller dishes, and I wanted to introduce people to the more modern side of Szechuan cuisine.
That looks so good.
Yes, my name is Jane, and I'm the owner and also the founder for Ren. The name Ren means harvest because it's a really important element in my design, in my whole concept of opening up this restaurant.
Yeah. Oh my God.
Oh, so hungry. I want those.
The whole design of Ren was a inspiration from my grandma's house when I was very little. It was back in my hometown, Fujian, Fuzhou. She lived in the farm, so it's like a farmhouse. It's like concrete walls and then a lot of haze. There's a lot of green, yellow, and gray color.
I want to go there.
I love everything on the menu. I built it myself, and I can promise everything is so good. Ooh. But I'll say, one of my favorite is probably the hand-shredded chicken. It's a cold dish, but that's my favorite because we put so much heart into making the sauce. That was like the most difficult sauce that we tried to make. So the chicken, the sauce, it was 100% how I wanted it.
Do you think we could get Uber Eats from this restaurant tonight?
Yeah, I think so. Probably not me, actually, but you guys.
I know not every restaurant is able to make them in-house, but we wanted to make sure these are fresh and these are like the best. We have a dim sum lady that makes all my dim sums in-house. So Ren probably will only live here. This is the only Ren. Continue our business in other locations. We probably
those idiots not walking in.
Different,
Stupid idiots.
Spit on them.
Branding-wise, design-wise, because we built Ren just particularly for this neighborhood. It's not only just about the financial gains, being recognized by the community, by the neighborhood, or people's good words, or their love and support for the
like
restaurant or for me. That's like the most important thing to me.
Little dippy.
That was edited so like I hope Ren uses that on their website or something.
I hope
that
so.
was a fantastic video.
Yeah, which to be clear, we say in the post, like, it's not some gross thing where MinnMax owns all these. If you edited one of these, do with it whatever you want. If you want to make an extended version, if you want to make the 2-hour cut, by all means.
No, we own it. You guys agreed to the terms and conditions.
I own that restaurant now. It's mine.
Yeah, sorry you didn't scroll to the bottom of the ULA.
What state was that restaurant in?
It's New York.
It was in Brooklyn. So
New York?
Yeah.
I'm gonna dock that in my brain.
Yeah, that does seem amazing. I feel like Kelsey, you're like the most likely to get back to Brooklyn, right, and go there.
Yeah, I go to New York. I try to go to New York once a year. I don't know if I'm gonna make it this year.
Whoa, that's amazing. Steve Z, thank you so much. Great job.
Amazing work.
Amazing work, Steve.
On the 7th floor, at the end of the hall, there's a quiet place to sit. I'm on the couch with a cup of tea. A facade of fractured stone behind me reflects the occasional distant noise. To my right, a wall of plants mimic the shape of a wave. There are no windows, yet the wallpaper appears draped with rays of sun. I pretend to know what it feels like being in the place depicted to my front.
Whoa.
I arrive at the garden in
that
the
gives
early
me anxiety.
morning.
I didn't like that
the
art.
garden is a place
That
with
made me
hours of
anxious.
operation, an entrance fee, surrounded by walls. 10 minutes before opening, I'm at the entrance. The leaves that escape the garden and carpet the ground nearby arrange themselves in a fractal-like pattern. A pattern that contains itself, but cannot be contained.
That's his Jacob Geller vibes. So
Ripples
accurate.
In the pond make waves of light on nearby surfaces. At first it seems intentional. Someone must have brought this into being. Or perhaps it is unavoidable. Wind shakes the leaves of a tree, and I think back to the artwork on the 7th floor. The artist's intentionally chaotic
that has like I get a visceral reaction when I see those shapes for some reason.
The artwork stares at me, eyes unblinking, mouth agape, hungry for my attention. Gasping for breath, it swirls around in my mind, forever suspended in the one moment it depicts, unable to form a feeling independent from behavior. A mindless sentience playing out some unscripted list of actions.
Sparkquoise
Cast in the cold stone of the present moment, swimming through time. To it, I can only communicate precisely one fact. I, too, am a being in this place. Tree roots ripple outward underground, stabilizing and nourishing the wooden towers above. I came into being from the same stone, but over time I diverged. Artificially constructed layers stack up one upon the other, convincing me I belong somewhere else. But there is no 7th floor. There's no place to stand outside of it all and pretend I'm somewhere that I'm not. Splitting could just as easily be joining. Standing before my eyes, an impossibly large canvas, a decades-long film in which I am cast as an extra. I could not be sure if I was a being in this place, or if this place was my being, if not for the presence of a way out. Many times I have returned, but now I move forward through the exit gate and can only look back.
Good Lord.
Wow. Okay, slam poetry. I feel like I should do this for that one.
Congratulations. That, of course, is Richard Hayes. There is a theme, if you're really paying attention. There are 3 Hayes documentaries in this batch, and I think they're all part of the same family. So like the Thailand video from early on, I think they're all part of the same family. I don't know.
They're doing that
just 'cause people have the same last name doesn't mean they're related.
I think they are though. But let me know. Let me know if I'm way off. I'm pretty sure. We are the same family. Okay, thank you.
Oh my God! What?
That's so cool. You guys are.
How did you clock that, Ben? What the hell?
Because as they submitted, I'm like, a lot of Hayes submitting. Something's going on here.
Now I want to like compare the fam like cinematography styles and see if there's any similarities.
Talented family.
Now I
if it's Hayes, it plays.
Says enough. Stop only posting amazing lines in Twitch chat. We beg of you. MCAS, thank you for the big sub on Twitch. Appreciate it. Great. Yeah. Castle in the Reeds by Richard Hayes. Unbelievable. All right.
That name is great too. That could be a Studio Ghibli.
Not lacking in fascinations, New Jersey's Liberty State Park houses historical locales, modern technological marvels, and forbidden spaces where the natural world and man's meddlings collide. Ellis Island, where immigrants once came in flocks searching for greener pastures in the New World. Inseparable by proximity, the Statue of Liberty overlooks the Hudson River, once a brilliant bronze complexion, tarnished by the elements into the now iconic and widely marketed green. Communipaw Terminal, formerly the bustling Central Railroad of New Jersey.
I love the
now an empty shell of a building, restored for historic value, save for the derelict platform, now reclaimed. Supposedly revitalization efforts are in the works, but some advocate for leaving the industrial jungle to its own devices. The Jennifer Chousty Planetarium, boasting 88 million pixels and 281 trillion colors, is the 3rd largest planetarium on the globe. One time, I took an irresponsibly strong gummy and went to see a laser show of Pink Floyd's Dark Side of the Moon in there. Then there are the sculptures, the tidal floods, the contamination zone. But it is one of the park's lesser-known secrets that holds my attention above all else. If you venture behind the park's interpretive center, down the path, and then veer off into the maze-like weeds, you may find this.
No. No!
This miniature fortress is part of Left Turns, a 3-part art installation by sculptor Charles Simons, constructed in 1982. Miniature structures are a staple of Simons' work. His series dwellings can be found hidden in cities across the world, built into nooks and crannies, an abandoned fantasy civilization, contrasting the modern metropolises that conceal them. They offer a chance of discovery to those willing to explore the world around them.
I love that.
There's a non-zero chance that one of these secret structures exists in your own vicinity, although the exact location and condition of most pieces is not public knowledge. While Dwellings is specifically an urban installation, Left Turns is a living work, which illustrates the symbiosis between the natural world and the man-made. With the dramatic and still presence of Manhattan in view from each of these 3 sites, the works located within the setting form an intimate and powerful viewing experience and establish a close, symbolic relationship between nature and civilization. Placed in the wild and subjected to natural decay, the piece's meaning becomes more blatant. The castle is the last remaining part of Left Turns. The other 2 structures lost to time, submerged in the ever-shifting marshes of the Garden State.
Whoa!
Okay, the
there's
comparison
more.
with the train station, like being overcome by nature and then shifting to the artist whose work is that purpose. Insane.
That is so much to unpack. Sabai.
I want to write a paper on these.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Castle in the Reeds. Oh boy. Okay. Maybe I was. All right.
Amazing.
Love it.
The visuals of going like tracking the path, talking along for 2 words at a time, guiding you
So
towards that little
good.
piece of art.
Staying at the
So
same
awesome.
level for the mic every single time. Like.
Yeah.
Jeez. Adam CW here. Adam CW.
And it doesn't feel like that hot.
I already love this.
Cool space.
Hey!
Hey!
All that merch.
These people seem too cool to like us.
Writing the song like chronologically.
Yeah, you're right.
He must have gotten that stuff at a thrift store.
And then by mistake submitted this to us. Look at those gloves. Those are
Those gloves are
cool as hell.
Just depending on what instrument we're using, we can just use very light, soft, and slow. You know what I mean?
Is this the Beatles Get Back? Good lord.
I wish I knew how to play instruments. This seems so cool.
How many MinnMax shirts you got?
Be good, have fun, let's go.
Stop it.
up.
Stop it. Stop it.
Fun, let's go.
I still think it's a coincidence.
Be good, have fun.
Oh my god.
Stop. Okay, this is getting hypnotic.
Be good, have fun, let's go.
Where are these people on Earth? These people exist?
Feels like I'm getting better. But every level I die again. Be good, have fun, let's go.
This has got to be Portland, right? Where are these people?
Good, have fun, let's go. Be 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 good, have fun, let's go. There it is.
Jesus
I'm gooped and gagged.
Christ.
I am gooped and gagged. That is insane.
Whoa. That is
That
Adam.
was such
My
a
God.
good song.
That is Adam CW. Look, the song's one thing, but like, you could feel how much they all love each other. That's the part that comes through. Like, that's ridiculous. Oh. I just need to shake that
sit
one
with
out
this
a
one
little.
for a second. Yeah, you can't just go to the next one. Yet. You gotta give me a minute.
That was a lot. That was a lot.
That's amazing.
Jeez.
God, people are.
We have to
cool.
own that one.
I can write something to make us retroactively own that.
Can you imagine if we just email
Probably
them
whip something up?
Email them a contract. Psych.
Yeah, and if they opened the email, they accepted it. Yeah, something like that.
Nintendo Switch 2 style. Hell yeah.
Oh, that was so great.
Oh
Andy
my
and Alyssa.
God.
Shouts out.
Shouts out.
So Base Arcade, like many things, started as a discussion that got out of hand, and the next thing we knew, we were running pop-up retro arcade events in Belfast, and it stems from a group of guys that have a love for collecting retro consoles, playing in arcades back in the day, visiting retro arcades and barcades when we could, and Dave and I playing the Irish Pinball League. And we just realised there was no space or community for that in Belfast, and Hoarding gave us the opportunity to allow people to play those games from back in their youth in the arcades, or create a new experience for parents bringing their kids who had maybe never played a pinball machine or seen a Vectrix or played an N64. And we're just super proud to bring it to the city, and for everybody who's come and has actually played games with us, it's just awesome. So the biggest challenge gotta be maintenance and repairs. Easily, these machines have had a hard life. Some of them, they're 30-40 years old.
Wow. I've never
and
seen
having
that table.
skill
That's
set,
awesome.
learning how to fix them, finding the parts, time to fix them, it all adds up. It's one of the hardest things, one of the biggest challenges, but it is one of the most enjoyable things ever as part of running the arcade. One point, a machine is dead, and there's nothing better than being able to say, like, we brought that back to life for everybody to enjoy, and it's an awesome feeling. It really is.
It's so busy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's our current favorite machines? Well, mine personally is one of our latest additions, which is our Midway 1982 Ms. Pac-Man, a game I always gravitate to when I'm in anybody else's arcade. And I know for Dave, it's our Namco 97 Panic Park.
Yeah.
It's a really different game, really strange peripherals, party game. You should definitely look it up, or come to the arcade and play it, because it's awesome. It's such a title. A dream cabinet we'd love to have. For me, it's got to be the new Stern Jaws Pinball. Such a great game. Definitely one I've thoroughly enjoyed playing as of recently. And I know for Dave, it's one called Ice Cold Beer. If you don't know what that is, you should look it up.
So good.
It's so cool, but he's maintaining that one because it looks like an absolute nightmare.
Shouts out Promise Mascot Agency music.
Oh, really?
Oh,
cool.
Good call, Leah.
Yeah!
Perfect.
What? This is awesome!
Yeah. Steve Illusion. Thank you, Steve Illusion.
Yay, Steve Illusion!
I love putting the names to faces.
Yeah.
Wrestlers are for reals, like putting their bodies on the line. It's one thing to say that, like in a regular match, oh, we put our bodies on the line, but like, you could get super fucked up. You could fucking die in a death match, It's not common, but it could happen. And I think there's like this unspoken respect for wrestlers that do it. To say wrestling is fake is bullshit, because it's not, but there's some like next level element of danger with deathmatch. It's like there's no fake. You can't fake a cut.
They're pee-pee bang
These are just girls too cool. I don't want her to know that I don't watch.
I know now. I'm gonna be like, you're right. I'm wrong.
Yeah, I mean, they're for like roofing or whatever.
Do you remember the first time you took one of these?
Oh, my first death match, and I was actually kind of nervous because I took it in my face. What? It's like, oh no, is this gonna give me bad scars? But it didn't.
Where on your face?
Well, I didn't want it in my hairline because the prongs are so thick that if it goes in a little area of your hair, you're losing chunks, and I'm already in ginger, so I was like, just do my entire forehead. So we just did my entire forehead.
Oh.
I don't really have scars. What? I don't know. I have foundation. I had a career for so many years as a tattooer, and then I'm basically just like became a wrestler. Like, it's kind of a crazy thing to do.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, you just abandon everything that I've done all my life that I've worked towards. And
You
now
have to
I'm
buy
just gonna
glass
do
for the
wrestling
wrestling
in my
fight?
30s. Like, you know,
Is that what's happening?
It's weird, and I'm sure a lot of people look at that like, what the fuck are you doing? You know, like, but life is short and life is stupid, and like, to take things too seriously, you know, would be such a waste of time. So you might as well just do whatever the hell you want. If it works for you, then hell yeah.
I want this person to be my life coach.
No kid. Yeah, I was like, if they don't show her in the ring, I'm gonna be so bummed.
Oh yeah. Oh, look at the makeup.
You can't see me and I'm already intimidated.
I want people to be uncomfortable, because it's like when you ride a roller coaster, or like you do something that's high anxiety kind of, like it's exciting. It's like when you watch a horror movie and it fucking scares the shit out of you and you feel like, oh my god, I feel like shit. Like sometimes you watch a movie and you feel like shit after, but then you're like, I want that again. I want to experience that again. I do. Maybe
I'm surprised that
maybe
thing
that's not the
scared
same
her.
for everyone, but that's what I like.
I know, right?
You know, that excites me.
Oh, he's the thing! Oh no!
Stop it! The Crimson Mask! No!
It's the glass from earlier!
What do you think happens after you die?
What?
Eternal
fantastic
blackness.
question.
Well,
hang on.
Wait, what was her answer?
What was her answer?
Eternal blackness for sure.
Oh,
Whoa.
wow.
Yeah, you
Another
watch...
new rule: every doc should end with you asking the subject.
No matter what.
Even if it's a bird.
Even if it's a little girl building a little Lego figure, like you gotta just end on that.
Like this alone is the only thing that's ever pulled me back from my questioning of wrestling. I've seen so many other people try, and I'm like, I'm listening to her. I'm like, you know what?
You just needed like a hot girl who was bleeding.
Yeah.
From her
Who's
face.
cool as hell.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
Indie wrestling's cool.
And I'm like, all right, queen, you're right. What's wrong?
Have you ever seen Fighting with My Family? Haley?
No, what's that?
That movie? Stephen Merchant, the voice of Wheatley from Portal 2. He directed it, but it is what's her name? Best actress. Come on, everybody, best actress.
Best actress is
In the
loaded.
whole world?
Yeah. New best actress.
Amy Schumer.
Amy Schumer.
Interesting.
That's my. You know what's sad? That's my celebrity lookalike. I think.
Oh yeah, I see it.
Yeah, that's good. Florence Pugh. Thank you, chat. Florence Pugh.
I wish that was my celebrity lookalike.
It's Florence Pugh, and she's like a WWE wrestler trying to break in. It's so good. It's so
yeah.
good.
I saw the trailer for that.
As sick as I am of wrestling, like, I still love it deep down. Even if I've never been a fan, but I love it from the outside. You know, it's like there's those pockets of like, this is cool. I get that it's cool. I just don't want to hear about
I
it all
love
the
how
time.
happy it makes my partner, and I
Oh,
hate
right.
how annoying I am about it. Like I don't like that I'm annoying about wrestling.
Yes.
That's why I don't consume it.
Yeah. Jesus, way to go, Wes Smith. Great.
Very cool.
Great formatting choice, making it look like 90s, like just unbelievable.
They're in chat. They say I shot this all on mini DV tape as well. Do you guys know what that means?
Yeah,
Cool.
yeah.
Awesome choice.
Those old little mini
Cool.
tapes. That's awesome. It looks so
Cool.
good. It lends so much to it for sure.
Yeah.
Yeesh.
Welcome to MomoCon 2025 here in
MomoCon.
Atlanta, Georgia. Now, one of the biggest attractions of the con, in my mind at least, is this courtyard area. As you see, there's a lot of people out here in the courtyard. This is the case every single night of every single year of every single con. Why are people attracted to the courtyard so much?
I try to
Well, I'm
spot it
about
in
to
the
go
crowd.
find out. Let's talk to some people.
I think it's the sense of community that you're able to like meet a bunch of people here and just connect and talk. And there's always good music. I love it for the music and the vibe.
What attracts you to the quad every year?
Other people are out here.
Damn, that's all it is. So where the party at, that's where you going.
She's dressed
I love the anime
as Super
community.
Saiyan
We all come
Man
together, have
from Dragon
fun.
Ball.
Clearly, I'm not a human. I'm a rope right away. Also, there's I heard there'd be some people who don't clean around here, so we are attracted to the crumbs. So me and my brethren, we come here every year. It's like a free, they say, government funding for us. So
free feeding.
But overall of it, we just love the fact that, again, everyone come out here, have fun, enjoy each other's company.
So y'all just come out here because everybody else is out here? I want to get fucking crunk so badly. That's true.
I feel like the vibes are immaculate, but you definitely have to be a certain level to be out here.
Literally, again, just all the people. I feel like the energy that people bring is fun.
Very infectious, right? Yeah.
Single, and
Good
you know they're a nerd.
Well, they right next to a hotel for a reason. I
It's
mean,
like, listen, you know about the 5 Bs?
what are the 5 Bs?
Big booby bitches.
Accurate.
This is also my first time here. And
Okay,
really, I've just been kind of like, going on and off in here for a few years. And
Amazing.
I mean,
Holding
the
off on
niggatry
that
activity has
reveal.
been kind of like attracting other niggas, I feel.
Absolutely.
And that's
That's a
kind of like,
MinnMax first.
what brought me here, I think.
Yeah, I like how many people there are here, because 9 times out of 10 you're gonna see somebody that you recognize, and you're like, oh my god,
Camera union, low-key.
yes, you love it. It's a great time.
So why do people come to the MomoCon courtyard area so often every year? Well, some come for the debauchery and some come to appreciate the craft, but we all ultimately come for one reason: to be ourselves amongst our people. Thank you for watching.
That's great. The vibes are immaculate at that con.
Wow. The sad thing is I've been to that con. I didn't have nearly that much fun. I feel like I was missing out now.
Cut to you back in your hotel room, like eating a
exactly.
burger on your bed.
Let me check Twitter real quick.
Another born host. Shouts out.
Yeah, unbelievable.
Great interview.
All right, here we go. Of course, was this Bob Buell? Is that what I saw in the
Welcome.
the battle? Sorry, no, the Battle of Newmarket. Of course, the Battle of Newmarket. We'll figure it out. Here we go.
If you ever find yourself driving past this spot in Newmarket, Virginia, you might notice something strange. Why is there a rusty old cannon in front of this Burger King? Did they go to war? They clearly lost. Suspicious.
Hunter Blessing.
My best guess as to why that Burger King has a cannon is because of Newmarket's significance during the Civil War. In fact, the Virginia Museum of the Civil War is located just down the road. The museum features an art gallery and various exhibits, artifacts, photos, and dioramas focusing on the Civil War in Virginia. The museum also features a firearms gallery and some kind of 3D penny.
What?
There's also plenty of info on the Battle of Newmarket, which happened right outside. And I was there for the 161st anniversary commemoration.
This is the section for the
battle
South.
took place on May 15th, 1864. The battle between 10,000 Union troops and 4,500 Confederate troops resulted in one of the last Southern victories. The field you see here is known as the Field of Lost Shoes because so many soldiers lost their shoes in the mud.
Saying that in
And the film
chat
about
next
the battle
time.
is viewable in
Yes, in Overwatch.
257 VMI students fought in the battle, making it the only battle in US history with a unit of college students. The historic battleground includes a tour of the Bushong Farm, which survived the war and still stands as it did during the battle. Jacob Bushong built the house for his wife Sarah in 1825.
Please close the door.
While the battle
it
raged,
said.
the Bushongs
They
hid in
trust
this
people
cellar.
that much. You just go in there, close the door. and
Here's
you're
a
done.
look inside the house.
Don't eat our cake.
Ah! That's the cake from Matilda. There's Matilda.
In the aftermath, the house was used as a hospital, caring for both Union and Confederate soldiers. The Society of Civil War Surgeons was here for the commemoration.
Timmy.
So how do we administer morphine in an age when you know nothing about germs? You lick
Oh,
your
I
finger.
Love this guy.
You get some on it, and you rub it in the wound.
There were also examples of camp life and music.
Is that a corpse? No, that's a human.
He's moving.
I didn't know anything about the Battle of Newmarket before
That's what they
making
were
this video,
preaching.
but now I'll always remember it when I see the cannon outside of that Burger King.
Oh yeah, the Burger King thing. It took me on such a journey. I forgot about the Burger King part.
Hunter Blessing, thank you for submitting the
Hunter.
doc. Unbelievable.
They did a great job.
There's a lot in there.
There's some kind of 3D penny thing I'm gonna be thinking about for the rest of the night.
Tossing and turning in the sheets at night.
Well, it may be
I
the
love
month of May.
The tone of that. Wouldn't expect a Civil War doc to be able to be mostly funny like that.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
While it may be the month of May, it's never really too early to start thinking about what you want to be for Halloween. And if you're a cosplayer or run a theater company even, you think about
so
it year
me-coded.
round. Well, here's a good place for you.
Hi, I'm Eleanor Shanalek, and I'm one of the co-founders of the Costume Collective.
Woo!
We, a group of 8 freelance costume designers came together and created this costume warehouse because a bunch of places like this were closing down during the pandemic, and we really just
Wait,
wanted
this is in Minneapolis?
to preserve
Really?
this sort of resource for freelance costume
Why aren't we hitting
designers
this
and
up
just
for the
people around
frickin' charity
Twin
live
Cities
stream?
Oh, we are.
in costumes.
We are now.
As you can see,
We're going to this in August.
They got a few things. So you might be asking yourself,
Pink
where'd they get those things?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was.
So as I mentioned, we started because a bunch of resources like this were closing down. One of that was Theatrical Costume Company, which was downtown Minneapolis. And the other one was the Guthrie was closing off its public rentals and just keeping their stock for the Guthrie. So we decided that we would buy off the stock of Theatrical Costume Company.
Oh my god, we need to go here for
Oh my
charity
God.
stream.
For decades.
This is gold.
This documentary was created so you would have that idea.
I know.
And at
All
the
right,
same
I'm writing it
time,
down.
The Guthrie was in support of what we were doing, as were the people who used to run
The
that sort of
wigs.
rental side of the business. So they gave us a
We don't
huge
need the
donation,
flat cloud
and then
wig
we
from
combined
Amazon. We can go
that
here.
With Barb and a couple of our other freelance costume designers had our own personal stocks that we brought into this space to form just a group of costumes where there's some sets, there's some things that really belong together, but it really creates a variety of styles of costumes and different directions you can go with things.
Yes.
And
Oompa
that's
Loompa shirts and
how
socks.
we got our stocks.
I smell a
We need 'em.
character.
The Costume Collective is
Sarah
located
dressed
in
up as a
northeast Minneapolis
Oompa.
behind a building called The Deco, which has a distillery and a pickleball
She's gonna hate
court.
that so much.
As Google Maps says, our door is behind the building facing the railroad tracks.
Hell yeah.
Yay!
From
You guys wanna go in
Unsupreme.
August?
Yes,
Hell yeah.
absolutely. Unsupreme, thank you. Sounds like Minneapolis, don't it? Wow.
Tokyo is home to many incredible escalators. This
Love it
isn't one of
already.
them.
Love this already.
But let's check out
Yep.
3 amazing
in.
escalators in Japan's capital. The first is housed in Yurakacho Marion, known for its movie theater and musical clock. But it's also home to what some call the Infinite
Whoa!
Escalator, a series of escalators surrounded by lights and mirrors. If you stand in the right
What?
spot, it looks like it goes on forever. Ironically, the escalators are not often used because an elevator takes you directly to the theater, making it a bit of a hidden gem. But it
Oh
is
my
easily one of the most
God.
spectacular looking escalators in Tokyo. Now let's head over to Monzen Nakacho. Bye-bye clock.
I don't want to leave.
Tucked away in Stardust, a pachinko parlor is a piece of rare technology,
Oh,
a
I wanna go to
spiral
Japan so
escalator.
bad.
Created by
Oh.
Mitsubishi Electric in the mid-'80s,
Cool.
they were popular during
How does that
Japan's
even
bubble
work?
era, but now there are only a few left in Japan.
Hell yeah.
This is the only one in all of Tokyo that the public can freely access. If you want to know what it sounds like to be in a pachinko parlor, it's a lot of this. Now, the last one is cheating a bit since it's a neighboring Kawasaki and not Tokyo, but department store Moore's is home to Japan's most amazing escalator. That's right. The world's shortest escalator.
Oh!
Built in 1989, the escalator was meant to connect to a lower floor, but a beam blocked further construction. Instead of abandoning it, they decided to at least build something, and thus the world's shortest escalator was born. Standing at 83.4 centimeters and consisting of only 5 steps, it takes 8 seconds to reach the top. Enough chit chat. Let's ride.
Beside it.
Oh! Unbelievable.
Wow.
Despite its diminutive size, its fame overshadows its larger brethren. So when it comes to escalators, size isn't everything. You know what? Let's ride it again.
Yeah, do it!
Yeah.
Whee!
Having to go upstairs to get to it is hilarious.
So
Not
true.
accessible at all.
Yeah! 3-minute limit.
Yes!
Oh, that was
Amazing.
Yeah, perfect.
Amazing. That and the turkey one, again, are the examples we have to use when we're explaining dock lighting.
Yeah. Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely.
So good.
When I was
I want to visit all these escalators.
Me too.
when I was in Japan with Jeff Cork one time, we rode this escalator. And
Really?
Yeah,
The spiral one?
Yeah. And while we're on it, he turned to me and he said, "New twist on an old favorite."
Jeffham's underrated as hell.
Sorry, did I say Jeffham? I meant Jeff Cork. Did I say Jeffham?
Oh, maybe you said Jeff Cork.
That sounds more like.
I'm just thinking about
Yeah, Jeff
Jeffham
Cork.
and how much I miss him.
Yeah.
He is
That's all.
underrated.
God,
He's
we should get him
underrated.
back
Yeah.
on here.
He was great on the Mind's Eye stream.
I thought he was a little.
Yeah, he was good.
I would have kind of muted his mic a couple times in there, but that's just me.
He's a little
He started the dialogue, you know. It's,
Yeah.
don't have to love everything he says.
This is Landon Carter.
Ooh, kind of like a waterfall bend.
Humana humana.
Bird. This
And
has
a bird.
everything.
I'm here at Herman
Wow.
Park in Houston,
They really are playing to
Texas.
their audience.
The urban park is home to many attractions and beautiful sights to
Oh,
see,
that looks fun.
and is one of my favorite places to visit in all of Houston. The attraction I wanted to
Cool.
showcase is a temporary art exhibit called The Great Elephant Migration. Throughout the park, you can find herds of life-size elephant statues created by the Real Elephant Collective, which is a community of 200 indigenous artisans from India's Nilgiri Biosphere Reserve. The Great Elephant Migration is a global fundraising adventure to amplify indigenous and wildlife knowledge, as well as help raise millions of dollars to fund human-wildlife coexistence projects, and to protect migratory animals across the world. The herd of sculpture elephants are currently traveling across different art installations in the US to mimic an actual animal migration. The elephants are created using Lantana camara, an invasive weed species that impacts 300,000 square miles of India's forests, as well as the ecological system of Texas. The creation of the elephant stimulates the large-scale removal of the weeds in both India and the US.
Yo,
All
are you okay, man?
100 of the
No.
named Indian elephant sculptures are a perfect replica of its real-life elephant counterpart.
Aw.
The elephants are known to the indigenous communities of the Nilgiri Hills in Tamil Nadu, where elephants live alongside the people. I found this art installation to be a very moving experience. I love seeing so many people coming together to admire such incredible statues and to be reminded of our relationship with nature and all of its inhabitants. We as humans have a responsibility to coexist with the larger interconnected web of life, and the Great Elephant Migration Project is a wonderful reminder of that. The project's website leaves this beautiful quote from activist David Suzuki that I would like to end on. The way we see the world shapes the way we treat it. If a mountain is a deity, not a pile of ore. If a river is one of the veins of the land, not potential irrigation water. If a forest is a sacred grove, not timber. If other species are biological kin, not resources. Or if the planet is our mother, not an opportunity. Then we will treat each other with greater respect. Thus is the challenge, to look at the world from a different perspective.
Landon.
Beautiful.
Awesome.
Shout out, by the way, I missed it. Thank you, Chad, for pointing out. Landon, before Landon, the Escalators one, that was Tokyo Game Life. Tokyo Game Life, thanks for making that one. One more time, elephants! From the top.
Anything that is part of the history of a town deserves some recognition.
My name is Dan Becker.
David Armenio, Vice President of the Union Township Historical Society.
Now we're
I run the world's tallest watersphere.com website.
Look at this
which
models.
has been going since 1995.
I'm a lifelong resident of Union.
I grew up in Union.
Was first put up in 1961.
Since I can remember, the water sphere was the site on the parkway. If you went down the shore, if you came home, you saw the water tower. You know, you were back home in Union.
Originally, it was put up to create water pressure. They would pump water up, and then the gravity would increase the water pressure.
It is a landmark, highly visible from Route 22, Garden State Parkway, I-78.
During the summer, we would go and pick, we call them punks, those cat o' nine tails. We'd go into the swamp and pick them.
You know, in the 60s, I mean, it used to have a sign on it that said, the world's tallest water sphere.
Somebody said, no, it's not. There's another one that is bigger, but theirs wasn't really a sphere. Theirs was
Give me the water sphere
else.
beef.
I don't know what it was.
For spheres it is, you know, but there's taller water towers, but...
And it doesn't matter to me whether it's tallest or not.
Unproblematic king.
This very
I don't give a
nice
crud. That's my
bold
water sphere.
blue back in the 60s and 70s.
But I love the fact that it has those big, huge letters, Union, on it. That to me is, there are not many towns that have that size and that high up kind of recognition for the town.
The times change, and so do we.
The talk of the table and the sidewalk is the demolition of the 61-year-old structure.
At this point, even if they do take it down, I'm appreciative that I was there.
I'm sure people will say, do you remember? Or some grandparent will say, when I grew up in Union, we had a water sphere and it was the biggest in the world. And I really think that that's something that will last.
It's a New Jersey icon. I would put it right up there with Seaside Park Boardwalk or something, you know. It's the Tilly and on the Asbury Park amusements.
People know the water sphere.
There's so many stories, but I have so much appreciation for the people who participated and shared what their views were over the years.
And they're going to bury me just below the water sphere in the Kiwanis Swamp. That's my dream.
Get buried under the water tower. He's so cute. He's just an old man who loves the water tower.
Why would they destroy that?
Destroying anyone.
Can we stop? Is there still time to stop it?
We need to save that water sphere, you guys.
Wait, is this? Hang on, is it still around? Have
I
they
thought the
destroyed it
documentary was
yet?
going to end with just like a Death Star explosion of the water tower.
Shooting the rocket at it.
He jumps in and takes the bullet, takes the rocket. That is Bob Buell with the story of the world's tallest water sphere.
We still have time to stop this.
Can we do
I'm
it?
pretty
Can we
sure.
save it?
We have to do
We
something.
have to come together and stop this.
Oh my
There's
god.
been a lot of docs with like environmentalist messages and stuff. That's great, whatever. But this feels like within our locus of control.
I feel like we could do this.
Oh, I'm
We can stop it.
confused about like water towers are common, right? It's not. They made it seem like it was like a rare, like godly structure.
It was the tallest one.
Oh,
It was
okay.
also one
Okay,
that
okay.
uses pressure to pull the water up.
Yeah, I got
It's
the
really
pressure.
important.
thing. I got the pressure.
Ben, what don't you understand about this?
I just wanted to make sure that water towers weren't like a Minnesota-centric thing or something. I didn't really.
It has a spherical shape that helps
You're
with
right.
the gravitational pull of the water upwards.
You're right. The
Don't
water
call
Get
it our
it.
favorite water tower.
God. I love the way it has the
demolition-
letters on it, he said. I love the way it has the letters on it. He's just wants this one thing to exist. God fucking forbid. And we're gonna take it away from him. I can't with the world.
He was okay
Sorry
with it
for
dying.
swearing.
He was okay with it dying, Haley. He was okay with it dying.
No, he wasn't. He said, I want to get buried under it.
Well,
he's
he
just
wanted to
he's trying to
get buried
cope
under
with this.
remains. He's not
I was
screaming.
able to read through the bowl and understand that he wants that to be saved.
Don't you think he would've
He's
grabbed
ready
the
to do
camera?
something.
I have the number we can call for New
Oh my
Jersey
God.
American Water, which is gonna demolish this. It's 1-877-909-2666.
Slow down! Slow down! Stop! What?
Call them now.
Stop! What? 1-8 what?
877-909-2666. I'm pretty sure that's just their pay your bill helpline, but you know, call them.
Yeah, they got some bills due. I'll tell you that much.
American Water. This call may be recorded.
Haley.
There might be a safety reason, though.
I don't care.
No, I spent.
Please do not. Are closed at this time. Agents are only accepting emergency calls. Agents are available Monday through Friday, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. You may also be able to complete your request by accessing your account.
This
at
is who we're trusting with New
amwater.com.
Jersey's water?
We care about your privacy.
Can't even be bothered to answer the
Details on
phone?
what personal information we collect and for what purposes, your
What?
privacy rights,
What?
and how to exercise them. Visit
Oh,
our
crap,
privacy,
your privacy policy.
page at
Send me to your bleeder.
I'm not finding any accounts associated with the phone number you're calling from. Are you a current customer?
Not my problem.
No.
No.
Are you calling to start a new service?
Nope.
Are you
No,
separately
I'm calling
on the
with a
phone?
I
complaint.
guess so.
To get you to the right place, please tell me why you're calling. To get you to the right place.
Save the goddamn water tower. Sphere.
Save the water sphere. It needs to be done now, not
Discuss
later.
your water concerns. Give me a moment to connect you to someone who can help. I'd like to Now,
Great.
how can I help you?
Let me leave a message to talk about the water tower, please.
Yeah, I just saw a documentary about the world's tallest water sphere, and I was wondering if it's too late to save the Union water sphere.
You can call back tomorrow. Normal business hours, 7 a.m. to 7 p.m.
So the water sphere is still standing right now?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so I call back at normal times, and then we can say, please save the water sphere?
Outside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much. Have a good night.
Okay. You too.
All right. Bye. Tomorrow.
Poor guy's just working his shift. It's not his fault. He didn't decide that the water tower is going to get
I should have
demolished.
asked them if they were going to destroy the water sphere, personally.
Did you do that yourself, sir? Now this is your fault. I'll be a freaking Karen for the water sphere. I'll whip that out if I need to.
Don't, Haley, you can't whip out a Karen for the water sphere.
Not on him. I'm on the lead, on the head honcho at New Jersey Water or whatever we're talking about. The freaking mayor.
Go to the mayor.
Hey,
that was
the
a great
view-
first step, you know? We
That's
know
right.
we know what to do next.
See,
now.
I
That's
couldn't
great.
get through because they were on the phone with you, Ben. I had to hang up. It goes, all of our callers are busy at the moment. The one talking to Ben.
I'll eat crow. They did have someone to answer the phone at 10 p.m.
That's pretty crazy. Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
11 p.m. their time.
Yeah. All right. This is Patrick. Here we go, Patrick.
I'm sorry, Patrick. It's gonna be hard to follow up this one.
Bob Beal
Oh.
says, this is insane. I'm dying laughing. Made the documentary. Thank you.
I'm going to show you a view of the Seattle skyline. You've probably seen Seattle skyline before in photos, maybe in person. Mount
Is that
Rainier,
mountain
the
there?
space needle make it
That's,
unmistakable.
that's so pretty.
But
Yeah, when
the
the
view I'm gonna
sky's
show you
clear, we
is
saved the
definitely
mountains
haven't
out
seen
today.
Oh.
Why do you think people like Seattle? It's freaking gorgeous, Haley.
Starbucks was made there or something. I don't know.
Oh, yeah. I mean, it's gorgeous corporately.
Of course. This is cheering me up a bit more. No one's demolishing an old man's death place of rest. God.
May he find peace.
You find peace. I swear to God, if he gets buried in a boring cemetery, I'm gonna freaking riot.
But his tombstone's going to be a little water sphere, I bet.
Oh my God, I hope it's shaped like the water sphere.
Union with heaven.
Yeah, this is relaxing. I like this.
Cool state, guys. I keep saying it.
Cool state.
I would love to go to Seattle.
Ah!
Come on
Here
over.
is the city of Seattle, from as
Oh,
far
wow.
away as I, and Aaron also shown this footage to, has ever seen. You see this building here? With my phone's camera, it's hard to make out.
Is that the
even though
Union
it's pretty
freaking water
unambiguous
tower?
to
I'm
my
gonna
naked eye.
explode.
Let me show you this building in a slightly different way.
That's the Space Needle Ace.
Ah!
Whee!
Oh, cool.
Great use of
Good
Google Earth.
videographer.
Yeah.
On a budget.
And I love this.
Pink Gorilla Games.
Hey, I know that
There's
place.
so much Pink Gorilla in this.
There's another one.
They didn't know you were gonna be on this. It's all sick.
In this one, we are the bird.
This looks too much like the water tower. I'm getting low-key triggered.
Wow.
Wow, cool.
So the Space Needle has a diameter of 138 feet, 42 meters. If my field of vision is 180 degrees, the diameter of the Space Needle would be 0.036% of that from this distance. In more mathematical terms, we could say the diameter's angular size is 0.064 degrees.
I lost me, unfortunately. I'm already lost.
I
so
love
real.
this.
That's
Heck
so
yeah.
real.
Patrick.
Good job, Patrick.
Patrick. John Boy's inspiring
Amazing.
you. That is really far away. This is L.
Ooh,
Stockler,
awesome.
of course. All right, let's see. Let's go.
I'm already excited.
I'm going to show you.
Hi, MinnMaxers.
It's from crying earlier. I still like
I am a
phlegm in
black
my
belt in
throat.
karate and kobudo from Brazil, and today I aim to answer your likely question: what is
Two
kobudo?
Brazil vids.
Yeah.
In a few words, kobudo is a martial art that practices the old weapons of Okinawa, Japan. Here we have a bow, a nunchaku, a pair of tunquas, of sais, and of kamas.
Ninja Turtles calling.
Other weapons are sometimes practiced in kobudo, like the sansetsuken over here, but the federation that I am associated with practice only the first ones, and an eku, which I forgot to bring. Now I am going to show a kata. This is a kata performed with a bow, and it's called chikin no kun. The origin of kobudo is similar to karate's. Its practice started in the island of Okinawa, way before it became part of Japan. Okinawa had a very good relationship with China, and from those cultural exchanges, karate and kobudo came to be. That also explains why some kung fu weapons are also practiced in kobudo.
Huh.
So, did you know that bow literally means staff, but in Japanese? So when games like Warframe name a weapon bow staff, they're just saying staff.
Wow.
Now I'm going to show you a nunchaku kata called nunchaku samba. One of the reasons appointed for the creation of karate and kobudo is that there was a law forbidding the common folk of carrying metal weapons, such as swords.
Behind the
Because
back
of
is
that,
so cool.
they had to learn to defend
Yes,
themselves with their bare fists or with their work instruments.
Yes! Oh, that's sick.
Regarding the nunchaku, it is believed that it was a part of a horse's harness or an agricultural instrument for threshing rice.
What?
As you might have already noticed, a kata is a demonstration of a series of predetermined attacks and defenses for repeated training. My sensei likes to say that a kata is like a manual for training, since by refining your technique, you could apply its movements properly wherever it's needed. There is more to training than practicing katas, but I can't overstate their importance. To quote the famous writer Jacob Galler, within it lies the promise of perfection. Now,
Betty's not here to
MinnMaxers,
love that
that's
little
all for
compliment.
today. Be good. Have fun. Let's go.
Wow.
Good job.
Song.
Wow.
How did that
heard the
exist in the
song.
same video? This video is crazy.
This
It's
is
the craziest MinnMax video of all time.
wild. Good news,
This
bad
looks
news.
Yummy. What?
Which do you want, Leo?
Bad news.
Bad news. This is the final video.
What? Already?
The one with the shortest escalator should have been the last one. That would have been a huge ender.
That would have
That's
been
true.
very thematically nice.
The good news. This is the third and final entry from the family of the Haze.
If it haze, it plays, baby. Let's freaking go.
Yeah, baby. Yeah. This is Donna Hayes.
Let's go, Donna.
Hi, I'm Donna, and today I'm going to show you how to make peanut butter marshmallow squares.
My mom used to make these with the colored marshmallows and everything.
Perfect. Everyone get them out at home.
5 ingredients is very reasonable.
I can do that.
Your first step is going to be to melt this bag of butterscotch chips in the microwave bowl, along with half a cup of peanut butter and a 1/4 cup of butter. Once those 3 ingredients are in the bowl, you will microwave it all for 2 minutes on high.
I love recipes like this.
Now
Accessible.
I have taken the mixture out of the microwave after 2 minutes. I'm going to stir it till it's smooth and add a teaspoon of vanilla. And put in 3 cups of colored marshmallows. 1.
This is my kind of
I don't
waterfall.
have a 3-cup measure, so
Nice
I've got
ring, Donna.
this is 2 cups.
You go,
of yellow.
girl.
Donna,
I saw that wrong, Donna.
And give it a stir.
Good for you, girl.
And now you're going to spoon the mixture into the pan that has been pre-sprayed with the
Gamer
cooking
for
spray.
that game. Oh my god, my mom made exactly these. This is so nostalgic.
Now that the squares have hardened a bit, they are ready to enjoy.
Yeah, they hit different.
So I think I'm going to hop on my bike and take a couple of them with me to eat in my local park.
Nice. Oh, yeah, Donna, waterfall!
Donna's on the move!
A bird!
This is the perfect ending. Full circle.
This is the perfect ending. It's true.
And she saved the water sphere?
Donna!
To the right of me is
Ooh, what a
the
lovely
Ottawa
bike
River.
ride place.
It's early spring here in Ottawa, Ontario, Canada. And not
And
all
she's
the trees have
Canadian!
their leaves yet.
Let's freaking go.
In and around the city, though, the flowers are out in abundance. It's a sunny, warm day here today in Ottawa, and it's just perfect for a bike ride and to also enjoy my peanut butter and marshmallow squares.
Yeah. I had another waterfall.
It's another waterfall.
Donna is absolutely killing the themes of today.
Eat it.
Yes.
Eat it.
I'm going to enjoy these. Thanks for watching my video, and if you'd like the recipe, it's in the comments.
Yay!
Yay!
Wow.
Thanks so much for submitting, Donna.
Thank you, Donna.
Donna does not submit. Donna conquers, Leo.
That was the perfect ending. That
was so
tied it all together
perfect.
so beautifully.
Unbelievable.
This is the best thing I've done in months.
I know.
I love
Every
this
day
so
at
much.
MinnMax be like this.
Every year we say this is the best thing MinnMax has ever done, and it's
Then
so
deduct
little
whatever
from
this
us.
is from my pay. On the house, I loved this so much. I cannot accept money to have been here.
It is ridiculous. I feel like we need to go back and do the intro over again because we were not excited enough about where we were about to be led.
No, I was bringing in some of the anxiety from the day.
Yeah, same here, man.
Yeah.
Same here.
That's not fair to put it on these artisans like that. My anxieties of the day.
No.
That's what they cheer us up.
Unbelievable. Of course, huge shout out to Donna Hayes, El Stockler, Patrick, Bob Buell, Landon Carter, Tokyo Game Life, Unsupreme, Hunter Blessing, Emmett Watkins, Wes Smith, Steve Aleutian, Adam CW, Sabai, Richard Hayes, Steve Z, Travis and Fargo, Gabitha, NotWeirder, Misadventureland, Cath, David Mayer, Jake T, Reed, Neen C, Jews 10, Vilis, Adam H, MarriottPlayer, Robin Cotton, Tan, Kendra, FancyGraham, Blunkers, Zak Hermiller, Ben Bertoli, Chris Hayes, Joey Smith, Luciano Comassetto, and Dylan Kelly.
Fantastic.
Unbelievable work from everybody. Thank you so much for sending this in. It's like,
every single one was an absolute banger.
Yeah.
Really.
I think I'm just gonna go to my room and cry after this.
That's all you can do.
So good. I can't believe I cried.
We've just consumed and absorbed too much humanity. No human being on Earth should be witness to what we just witnessed.
I'm like happy again. This fixed me.
I feel good. I feel like really jazzed and like energized and happy.
I gotta say, I mean, the last couple of days I've been peak stressed, peak miserable, and then it's like, oh, that's right. Life is good, everybody. Holy cow.
We're just little guys on a rock experiencing our lives. That's what I get from Doc Lightning.
The ultimate water sphere, I like to call it.
Don't bring that up again.
Okay.
I legit get
Sorry,
triggered.
I won't bring it up.
Yeah, can we donate our salaries to the Save the Water Sphere fund?
Can we do a new show plus of us like grassroots saving the water sphere? And if the community doesn't vote for it, I'll be really upset.
Okay, wins the poll, Haley. We find out at midnight on a Monday night. What's your plan?
Calling that number over and over until they are like, we need to do something about this. One bitch in Canada won't shut up about it.
Keep escalating.
Escalated up to Congress.
The shortest escalation of all time. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, for supporting MinnMax, for letting content like this exist on an independent games media outlet. You can support it directly by going to patreon.com/MinnMax with 2 N's. If you enjoyed the tone of this and you said, who are these people? The answer is people in the Discord. So get access to the Discord, jump in, make some true friends in there, because there's a ton of amazing folks, and shout out to the mods
Meet
for
some
keeping
celebrities.
Local freaking celebs.
No doubt about it. All right, Kelsey, thank you for joining us for the first time here.
Thank you so much for having me. This was truly maybe one of my favorite things, maybe my favorite thing I've ever done at MinnMax. This is so much fun.
Yay!
It's ridiculous. Haley, Leah, thank you as well.
Thank you. This was so fun. Oh,
so proud of our community.
Yep.
So proud.
Unbelievable. All right. We'll see you next year for Doc Lightning. You can contribute. Jump in any tier. We'll be back next May. We'll be making content until then, but next May is when the next Doc Lightning will be happening.
Mm-hmm.
You can tune out till that, yeah.
Yeah. Check out, please. Set your calendar. All right. Thanks so much, everybody. Bye. Sorry, be good. Have fun. Let's go.
You absolutely should have ended that with the song.
Let's find it. Let's find it.
Let's go song.
You're going to end every podcast with that song.
I know.
Yeah.
If you know what's good for you.
I would feel so bad. All right, let's see. How far back do we have to go to find it, do you think?
There's like 5 more behind this.
Oh,
there was.
That's it.
All right, we got to sing along.